A quick shout out to all the people and organizations whose music and artwork is featured in the show. Some of the music you're hearing in the background tonight comes courtesy of Midnight Syndicate. If you are looking for music for your games, check them out on Spotify, iTunes, ask Alexa for Midnight Syndicate, or just go to their website at www.midnightsyndicate.com. A big thank you to the one, the only, Kevin MacLeod. Check out the amazing works of Kevin MacLeod, a full-time composer who has published over 2,000 compositions, most of which he's made available for others to use, using the Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0 license. Check out his stuff on YouTube and incomptech.com. Thank you, Irritan, for letting us use your music. This amazing savant of Celtic and medieval melodies can be found on YouTube and irutanmusic.com. We would also like to thank Blizzard Entertainment, CD Projekt Red, and Bethesda for having such iconic and impactful music, as well as allowing for fans to utilize said content in productions like these. Please keep in mind that this is all fan-generated content and is not sponsored or endorsed by Blizzard Entertainment, CD Projekt Red, or Bethesda. We just really enjoy their content. A big shout out to Derek and Brandon Feitcher. Their amazing compositions can be found on YouTube under Fantasy and World Music by the Feitchers, as well as iTunes, Bandcamp, Amazon, and Spotify. Go check them out. Stringstorm does music, voice acting, sound effects, and more. There's a lot of creative symphonic metal songs on their YouTube channel, and most, if not all, of their songs can be purchased at store.stringstorm.info. The artwork for our logo was done by Sanzaki Kojika. Check out her artwork and content at twitch.tv/Sanzaki Kojika. And the opening animation was edited by CJ Emmanuel II. Thank you very much, and enjoy the show.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Underground Initiative, a secret underground organization where a menagerie of maddening Midwesterners gather around to play some tabletop RPGs, specifically Dungeons and Dragons. Hey guys, how's it going? Hi. Howdy. So here we are, back at it again with some more D&D shenanigans. No major announcements at this time, other than please like, comment, subscribe, all of those things. Everything helps in the long run, and we really appreciate it, and we really appreciate you. Unless there's anything else, then we can begin. So, last we left off, the Fist are making their way to Boldor. Some are going in search of information about a meteor that seems to plague the dreams of Vaxxus. Salic is going to Boldor to try to find his brother, Nathan. Everyone else is along with the ride, and who knows what sort of interesting shenanigans that the Fist will get up to in Boldor. However, on the way there, the Fist was assailed by a group of dubious individuals who later turned out to be Blackheart bandits. They were not looking to hunt you guys in particular, you just happened to be around when they were. At least as far as they seem to be saying. What was that?
Oh, they came to Pound Town.
They didn't know what they were getting into. You guys learned a little bit from one of the corpses of the Blackheart bandits that that they have a hideout somewhere around Boldor, north of something called No Man's Land. Vaxxus inquired about an individual simply known as the Mangler, and you currently have one of these bandits tied up, low on hit points. I think he only has like 8, and the rest, like his fate is entirely in your guys' hands. So, bringing us back to the situation immediately after asking the last question to the corpse via Speak with Dead, I should probably turn my speakers on. That might help a little bit.
What?
You want to show our fumble drink?
Oh yeah. We'll talk about our natural one fumble drink. Today we have a bottle of Nigori cloudy sake, strawberry flavored.
Ooh, this almost sounds like a treat.
I mean,
Maybe.
it might be.
Maybe I'll just lie. Say I got one.
Oh no!
Get it.
So
Roll to survive.
So yeah,
One.
hopefully we can enjoy. So let's
Give it 10 minutes.
Okay, there we go. Much better. So, after completing this Speak with Dead ritual, asking the final question to this corpse of a Blackheart bandit, the head rolls back, the top of his skull falls off, and you are left with the prisoner. Also, as a point of reference, when you guys were looting the bodies, if you guys want to write this down, you guys also found 3 sets of hempen rope, 50 feet, and as well as 4 sets of manacles, and 2 bottles of incursion. Alright, they didn't get a chance to drink yet.
Alright, so who wants the illegal drugs?
Incursion! Should.
They are legal right now, aren't
Does
they?
it say that when you open it?
Yes. How the bottle? What do they look like?
They are very, very simple. They honestly could be potion bottles, but the liquid on the inside is like a very slippery black liquid, almost as if it could be writing ink.
Ew. Now incursion sounds gross.
Well, that's why it's also called ink for short. Even though incursion is spelled with a C, this one is spelled with a K.
What does the bandit look like in particular?
This bandit looks human, very scraggly, very mangy, probably early 30s, dark shaggy hair, wild patchy beard that is like completely unkempt, dirt smeared all over his face, kind of a wide nose that looks like it's been broken a couple too many times, so it's kind of crooked.
Okay.
Might be missing a couple teeth.
If you guys
he is gagged, so...
If you guys have any questions, you can feel free to ask him. I have something to do. And then I turn around and I start, like, the almost whole pound of bubblegum I have, I'm going to start chewing it. Like, the whole thing.
Like anything, whatever they got jaw breakers and stuff for you, it's just this big thing of bubble gum.
Yeah, I was just picturing Ace Ventura when he's in the car and just keeps putting the big red in his mouth.
I mean that, but it eventually ends into this thing. Vaxxus stomps off to enjoy his bubble gum. What is the rest of the fist doing?
With being on a care machine. The dead ones, I think we should leave by the side of the road with the aces stuffed in their mouth.
With a mafia.
They're the mafia.
Huh?
They're the mafia. We're the law. We're sending them a message. He gets it.
So we decided what to do with Buddy. Let's tie him down.
Yeah. And currently, the Salic is the one holding him as well.
Well, we can't just let him go. He'll go off and warn Mango. Whatever his name is.
I think we should turn him
I
in.
promise I won't do anything wrong. No one believes you.
Oh, fuck!
I think we should turn him in at the Law Hall in Baldor.
What type of reward do you think we'd get?
Him not being out here.
I guess.
Can we see if the imp wants him? Maybe we'll get another item.
I'm going
He's slave trafficking.
It's the mafia. Who cares?
I'm going to come back with the 3/4 of a pound bubblegum I still have that I already chewed, and I'm going to just start putting it all in his hair and all in his beard.
You can't put on this beard. I'm holding him.
You might want to move your hand.
He just starts putting. Vaxxus starts putting just clumps of bubble gum into this guy's hair, and his hair probably hasn't been washed in a while, so it's you feel gross on multiple levels doing this, but there is a certain sense of satisfaction and bullery that you're getting out of this.
I think it's a massive improvement.
There's nothing about this that I'm enjoying watching him. I gotta clean my sword.
This is very distasteful to me too. I'm sorry.
Alright, so they're probably not going to kill you. Lucky you. Because I would have killed you instead.
But nothing's stopping you, Vaxxus.
I'd prefer if he didn't.
Do you want to
have
go?
this conversation.
See? See, that one over there.
You're like 10 feet away cleaning your sword. Please no.
Speaking of, I am going to add one of those +1 swords to my inventory.
So what's the plan, Fist? You still have the rest of the night to sleep as well, as you guys were ambushed at night. Probably got 4 hours until dawn.
I guess.
Finish our rest.
Yeah, I guess finish our rest. I'm gonna tie him to the wagon and try to stick his head to the side of it with the bubblegum.
What our wagon do to you?
We got manacles that we come up with.
He does
That's
that.
no fun.
And you do that.
You know you're cleaning that gun off.
Jeffrey takes great pride in the appearance of his wagon.
Has he told you that before?
Yes.
Insight check.
Make a perception or deception check, your choice. I'll either.
Damn, 10.
Seems to be telling the truth.
Fine, I'll clean it up.
Alright, you don't have to take it up with me, you have to take it up with Jeffrey.
Well, I can't talk to him. He might understand me, but I don't understand what he's saying.
You could ask some words for you.
Do you want this collar?
What?
Have that animal handling collar.
No, you keep it.
Do you see Jeffrey's? He doesn't want to talk to you. I knew he wasn't your friend.
I'm not sure I'm any of your friends, honestly.
I think he means that I'm your friend, Jeffrey. And you too, Jeffrey.
So, the bandit is pressed up against the cart, bubblegum in his hair stuck to the cart. He tries to pull away a little bit, and there is this adhesiveness that keeping him there, but not really. It's more of an inconvenience than anything.
That's so uncomfortable.
Do that thing where he gets almost off and slaps back. It's all extra chewy, so it splashes and spit everywhere. Yeah.
At this point, a couple flies are buzzing around his head.
That noise in his ear drive him insane. Can he roll for sanity?
Not yet, but it's coming up. Alright, so, assumingly, do you guys want to take to finish up the rest of your long rest and depart in the morning, or are you guys taking a short rest and leaving now?
Finish the long rest.
Does my character need 4 hours
Nope.
for a short rest? No?
No, short rest is always an hour.
Yeah. A long rest for you is still 8, like
it's,
everyone else.
It's 8 hours with 2 hours of it not being heavy intensive.
Yeah.
So
And,
talking, keeping watch.
right.
Do
So
I get my key points back after a short rest, I think?
you
Yes.
do.
I'll do that. I'll volunteer to to move the cabin if you just want to sleep and get the bull door faster.
I'll take the long rest if it's an option.
I got pretty jacked up in that fight.
Same.
Okay. So you're taking a watch to and a short rest while everyone else is continuing their long rest.
Believe so. Yeah.
Okay. Salic, make a perception check.
Nothing gets past me. Things get past me. Can I just use my passive? How much do I do with that? I'm going to ask for that from now on. 7.
7. What's your passive?
My passive perception is 14.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Wouldn't that be as technically as low, unless you deem it otherwise, I guess?
We'll see how it goes.
That's fair. We get attacked again.
The guy just gets up and walks away.
Roll 2 d20s to see how many more bandits show up.
Oh shit. Really trying to do that TTK.
Me?
No, I'm
Really?
kidding.
What'd you roll though?
15.
It's a lot of +1 swords.
Do I have enough minis for that? Yes.
We totally bought armor from Jeffries, man.
We need to do that.
Their armor is their cuteness.
Quick polymorph one of the Jeffries. Do a human. Fight with us, Jeffrey.
Oh, this is weird.
Should we put them in weird clothes so anyone who sees us gets freaked out, and then we just use a surprise as a surprise attack?
Oh my goodness.
What is your horse wearing? Cat ears? We got him. Strike.
He'd look like a bartender, but you talk to him and be like,
The rest of the night goes fairly uneventful. Those who are taking watch are very aware of the situations around them, and they're keeping an eye out for any secondary ambush attempts. But the rest of the night goes well. I'm just assuming that you're going to take the rest of the watch for the other 4 hours, unless everyone else wants to. Okay. Then dawn eventually comes.
Gross.
The bandit is still there. Those of you who wanted a long rest, you can, except for Salic. He only gets a short rest.
I can still use a hit die to recover.
You can. As many as you have available.
It was 1d8 plus what?
Plus your constitution bonus.
5.
we're level 6, right?
Yes.
Okay. It's getting complicated trying to track 2 characters.
Excellent.
It was a good tactical call because I was still at full HP.
Nice.
And he gave it to us last time.
That was good.
Luck. Shine. Upon me.
So it is now the next morning. Long rests are had. What does the fist want to do with the rest of the bodies that are around, if anything?
I don't have any of the decks of the cards, but I'm still partial to my plan.
Carry them to Boldor.
No, put the aces in their mouth and leave them by the side of the road.
I'm grabbing the aces.
One by one, you got Salic picks up the ace from the various decks of cards that these guys had on them. You stick it in their mouths and drag them by the side of the road.
We have so many decks of cards, all missing aces.
The poker game will never be complete.
Just a bunch of grungy dudes in darkened leather armor with an ace sticking out of their mouths. It is a grisly sight, but it definitely sends a message. Loading back up on the cart, you drag the bandit in along in the back. You set off to Boldor. And
More 1 or 2 days away yet?
you guys will get there this evening.
Okay.
So if there's anything you guys wanted to do for like the next 10 hours,
Orlin is such gruesome candor usual. How's Trinette?
For our enemies, yes. Any of the houses that went with Redcliffe was the original king's name.
Highcliffe was the
Highcliffe.
original. The king's name was, I believe, was Clifton, and the castle, the city was called Highcliffe at the time.
All the original houses were found on brutality. They just turned out to be competent when they got there.
And so was the way of life.
Travel to Boldor is swift. Your prisoner in tow is compliant for the most part. He just glares at you all with like this weird sense of smugness.
Do we all notice this?
Yeah, a lot of you guys have high passive perceptions. I'll say yeah.
Then I'll toy with him.
Sure. What do
I'm
you
gonna
do?
put him into a weird pose with 4 sets of manacles.
I'm a squirrel with hair that's poking out.
What you looking at?
Mm-hmm. You should touch on that bubble.
No, what hair is poking out? What hair is poking out? I'm just gonna get some sticks.
I notice you still have a spark of hate in your eye. Can you speak?
He's still gagged if you want to take the gag off of him.
I'll cut a little slit right here.
Can you stop that?
That's not a nice way to ask.
It's not a nice way to treat someone. I was
A prisoner who tried to kill me.
I
You
was
should be
running
happy to be
away.
alive.
You caught up to me.
You
I
have
was gonna
no...
let you live. You guys seem like you.
But we were
Had
going
it.
to let you live.
Orlin, can we drag him from the wagon?
Keep them alive.
I've got enough rope.
Ow.
Ooh, did he lose his leg privileges?
All right, we drag him for a mile, and I'll pull him up.
We can make the rope short enough so it's next to the Jeffrey's asses.
I like your guys' style. You should join my crew.
Do they offer health care?
Nah. I mean,
Then why would I want to join?
because if you don't join, we'll just either kill you or sell you into slavery.
Are they all like you?
And how do we?
Nah.
And how
Not
do?
as pretty as me.
And how do we join you, as he's?
just dragging them for a mile. Yeah, he doesn't like that, but
Is that a big rock in the road?
Worse shit.
that's 3 points. That's 2 points of bludgeoning damage. You do have 2 horses going in front of them, so
No.
it's possible.
Bubblegum and poo. Great.
Winning combination.
It's an air freshener I've never heard of.
Eventually,
We get to the town. This guy. What the hell is that? It's a bandit.
Eventually, evening comes, and you start to see the outline of the great city of Boldor, the massive trading hub between East and West Arcala, a union of human Redmire guards and knights and Boltan's iron guards and knights. The city itself, from what you can see, very, very high walls, very, very guarded institution, surrounded by farmland on all sides as you guys approach from the east. What's interesting is the farmlands to the north have this wall, have this some sort of structure that stretches seemingly from the city of Boldor all like a decent ways north for a good 10, maybe 20 miles.
It's outside the city proper. It's more like the farmland you said outside the city.
Yes.
No man's land?
That would appear to be the case if you ask me.
That's only that's essentially what you see. Also from at the main entrance of Boldor, you see what looks to be like a makeshift shanty town of tents and temporary housing. I'm not quite sure what that is. That is sort of new to you guys, even though you guys had passed through Boldor a couple months back. This seems to be a new addition.
Are we coming up to the gate at this point?
Would you like to?
I don't see why not. We're somewhere to park the Jeffries and everything.
Maybe turn this cur over to the guards or something.
Yeah, as we get up there, I say, "Hail! We are travelers, and we were kind of ambushed on the road by these bubblegum bandits. We caught one of them, and we just wanted to turn him in."
Two guards are talking to you. Oh shit! You guys found a bandit. Amazing. Yeah, we got bounties for bandits. How many you got?
Well, one. The rest weren't very compliant.
Does the rank of the bandit matter?
Not really, but if we can prove that he's a bandit, then yeah, we'll take him and we'll give you a bounty. And if you took out some of their compatriots, as long as you have proof of death, usually heads count. But if you don't have them,
I got these deck of cards.
You can submit whatever evidence you have to our law mage, Tisha Jokrana, and she will have the final say in how many were involved, if these are bandits, and what your final price will be for their death and or imprisonment.
Could you do me a favor?
It depends.
Don't wash this one. He doesn't deserve it.
He just looks like he's covered in bubblegum and shit.
By Arathis, he is entitled to at least one shower per month.
If I get the end of the month.
And I think he's long past due for one, if you ask me. In the meantime, we would also like to preface that there is some sort of pandemic going on in Boldor as of right now. The Faith Square is off limits to anyone, unless you're like the adventuring types, and if you're looking to take care of this situation, once again, talk to our law mage. She'll give you the details on anything of pertinent import there. Or if you guys are healers, we would really appreciate it if you could speak to our head cleric, who's I don't have a name for yet because I'm just a god.
Tisha was the one that we're supposed to talk to, I think.
What's the purpose of this attachment to the town outside?
Have they been day drinking before me? I'm impressed.
He might be able to slap the memory back into you. He's a healer.
It's dusk, isn't it?
Are you talking?
Actually don't know what's happening.
Actually, yeah, I do have some healing spells.
So I think you have been out drinking them.
Still running the train.
The head cleric is Warlock, orcish type, hard to miss. Are you talking about the attachment to the north of the town, or the one near the front gates?
We're both now. But one near the front gate first.
That's our makeshift medical tents. We can't really treat everyone in the city. Our Healing Hands hospital is fully, it's got too many patients already, so we're treating people outside for the
What
time
is this illness that runs rampant in your town?
As I said, I talked to Ulog, the head healer, for that information, if you're interested. As for the structure up north, that's our wall for no man's land. The town folks say that the lands are becoming more and more haunted, and there's a little bit of concern and truth to these reports. We don't really know how to deal with it, so we're just walling it off for the time being.
Have there been reports of a meteorite crashing down into no man's land?
As a matter of fact, yeah. There was one about 16, 17 years back. That's the funny thing. It crashed just north of where no man's land began. So some people think that maybe the two things are connected. But I don't get paid to know that.
Do you know, last question, of a Rico Skylar? He's supposed to be on the east side of Boldor somewhere.
Yeah. Rico Skylar and Charles Benson. Just Rico Skylar. Yeah, he knows, supposedly he's looking for adventurers to find some of that, meteorite what fell, some years back.
If you could point me in the correct direction, that's probably where I'll go, but I appreciate
You have the legit address.
Okay.
The East Residential area.
Yeah. He gives you the address.
Again.
867.
So, you guys advance towards the city.
Did he take the prisoner, or do we sell the prisoner?
Two guards are accompanying you now to just to maintain the validity of this transaction. Like normally they wouldn't, but if there was an issue, then yeah. If you say at the gate guard, by the way, I have a criminal in the trunk. Okay, well now we're gonna follow you and see what's going on here.
We go see Arcane Litigate Tisha then.
Alright. Passing through the shanty town of makeshift tents and healing base stations and whatnot. Salic, would you say your passive perception was?
My passive perception 14. Top of my head. 14.
14. As you guys are coming in, or passing through, you get a look at a handful of the healers here. A lot of them are clerics, and you can see their hands glow with the divine energy on individuals who are in structures, hopefully in an attempt to remove or lift whatever ailment they are currently experiencing. Some are actual doctors with stethoscopes and salves and balms. Others are wearing like plague doctor masks. Just all spreads of different kinds of healers of different levels, magical and non-magical. Yes,
I start whispering to Salic and Orlin, do you want me to pretend I'm sick to make you guys look really good?
I don't think you have to pretend.
Oh, it hurts. Oh, it hurts. Someone help me.
Healed.
It's gone. Just like that. Incredible. How can I thank you? What is your name? You must You must be known to all the people.
The Trinettes.
I have heard of the great Trinettes and the vast medical capabilities.
Indeed.
Are you the very same house of the Trinettes? Of the true medicinal mages?
I don't get it. What are we doing?
The prisoner that you guys have with you, I heard they're nothing but pig farmers.
I give him a slip.
Yeah, I think that's about right.
Is that Batman meme? Enough.
Oh, sorry, my liege, I was mistaken. You shovel goat piss.
I say bow and I stomp his knee.
Make an unarmed attack.
I'm visually enjoying that.
I'm just kind of surprised.
25.
I didn't expect it.
What's your strength score?
Plus 5.
Okay, yeah, he takes 5 points of damage direct.
That's unconscious again.
You're right.
I think that's unconscious.
You're very right.
No, he got his short rest.
He got some health dice back.
Yeah.
I whisper in Orlin's ear.
You may want to hold back just a little in front of the guards.
I'll turn around and keep walking.
One of the guards chuckles, but in a like a yeah, show him. Salic, as this is going on, you get a passing glance of one of the medical workers in their tent. Their back is to you, but you see a familiar outline. An individual wearing dark gray robes and red trim, marble white skin, and they are wearing
I'll be right back.
a large mask of blue feathers.
Want something to accompany you?
I just walk off. I'll be right back. And I just walk off.
I'm sure he'll be fine. You played it off very well. Are you sure you've never done any acting before?
Never.
Salic hops off the back
Impressive.
of the wagon and approaches this individual, I assume? Yeah. You walk closer and you see that this individual is bent over a patient, and they are using a similar technique to yours, where they are placing their hands in different pressure points along the body, and where they press in, you see these small bursts of white light in an attempt to heal the individual. And you know that 1 inch in either direction will hit a separate pressure point, one that will induce death, mercy to those who are overly afflicted. But this individual seems to be taking great care to focus only on the pressure points that heal. You get about 15 feet away from the entrance of this shack. What do you do?
I see how close I can get to him by sneaking before I get noticed, if at all.
Okay. You get about, like I said, you get about to the 15-foot threshold, and at that point, you see the large mask that this individual is wearing turns, and you see more of the mask's features. It has like these 2 black goggles for eyes, and instead of a long crow or raven-like beak, it has this very, very small white pouch which makes the whole mask looks more like that of a blue owl instead of a raven or a crow. And it turns, and then it looks at you, and then the individual takes the masks and pulls it up, and there you see the face of this elven individual that you've known for a very long time in your life. This is Nathan, your brother, and he looks at you with, at first, surprise, and then he warms into a smile.
Salic, is that you?
Who?
Brother, is that you?
Yes, it is. It is. I find you here toiling with disease?
I'm trying to cure the disease. Come. This patient is already unconscious, don't worry. Do you walk into his tent?
I do.
You walk into his tent. There appear to be 2 empty cots nearby, probably for more patients should they come around, as well as a desk in the corner where there is a young human lad who's just scribbling notes. Oh, don't mind Marcus. He's just here he's like my understudy. He wants to be a doctor.
You've gone deep into your medicine.
Of course, that's what I was trained for. You too.
It was, wasn't it?
Is it really you, Salic?
What's left of me, yes.
He stands up and he attempts to give you a hug. Do you let him?
Yeah.
Do you hug back?
I do.
There is a warm, familial embrace to this. And Naven says, I thought you were dead. Last I saw you, you lie still on a slab.
Who brought me to that slab?
Mother did. She said you broke the rules. This is what happens to those who break them.
I don't quite remember what rule I broke.
She said that you went to the other side, the other tower, to snoop. You found a room that you weren't supposed to be in.
I did.
Your curiosity got the better of you.
But I'm still here.
Yes.
But that's...
Which makes me wonder. Never mind.
No, go on.
No, you are here, and you are alive, and that is all well and good. But I can only assume that with this, you are free. You are free from the order. You can live your own life.
It's not that easy.
No, I didn't think it would be.
It is why we are here together, is it not?
I suppose it is.
I wouldn't have it any other way. When you're finished here, I will assist you. I still remember some things.
I have a room in the nearby tavern, Loots and Loggers. Just say that you're with me, and they'll let you into my room.
You would shoo me away?
Well, I'm still working, as you can see. But if you would like to speak, you can meet me there, and I'll be out here in a couple hours. We can catch up, if that is what you wish.
I understand. We'll see each other in your room.
It is good to see you again, brother. He puts his mask back down and goes back to hitting pressure points on their patient. The rest of you make it. He catches up to you guys as the guard is haggling with you, Vaxxus, since you're the talker as of right now. Look, I already told you it's 10 gold per cart that wants to enter the city.
But you don't understand. We're here to help the citizen. We're providing a service of healing to the city. Can't we get a little bit of a discount?
Good badges.
Make a persuasion check.
Wait. Where'd we get the weird blog things where we didn't have to pay things?
That's for official jobs, and you guys aren't on one.
Or at least we didn't make it seem like we were on one.
Persuasion?
Yeah.
23.
Alright, look, we are in dire need of assistance. We'll cut it down to 5 gold, but don't say
Hasha!
Alright.
I thought we were helping that guy with the research. Isn't that a job?
Yeah, I thought we had 2 jobs.
Well, then you
See, we're doing even more good for the town. I forgot the other part.
Boldor, as you can see, is in need. All of this money goes towards medicine for. It goes for medicine and whatnot.
And we have medicine.
Yeah, that's been going on for about a month now, and as you can see, it's only gotten worse and worse. So, pardon me if I don't take you exactly at your word.
I mean, I'm not lying.
Make a deception check for me.
I'm kidding.
Eventually, you guys. Eventually, the front gates.
Oh, you were not.
I'll give him the 5 gold.
The front gates open, and you are. And before you is the grand city of Boldor, the head of trading. And immediately walking in, the streets are bustling with carts, with vendors, barkers, hawkers, just screaming out their various wares. Some are fruits, vegetables, weapons, art, knickknacks and baubles, horseshoes, all manner of different things can be found and purchased in Boldor for the right price. And
Bring out your dead.
let me turn city stuff on.
All as the plague wagons are rolling by. Seems appropriate. Trying to keep it lively in spite of low spirits.
Every now and again, you can see like a group of people running in mass, like almost in formation, wearing what can only be described as like red tunics and short shorts, led by a dude in full red Crimson Knight armor. And he's keeping pace with them just fine. And he's yelling out orders and obscenities. You can kind of guess that these are, this is like the training regiment for Red Guards. You just happen to catch them as they're making a pass around the town. And the ground is completely paved. It's not like a rough cobblestone. It's just like stone slab over stone slab over stone slab. The music comes out crystal clear over the Vox box, and the guards are pointing in the direction of the law hall. It's the center building on this street of what you can only imagine is just a bunch of trading that's going on. That building right there is the law hall, which is going to keep escorting you there if you don't mind.
Fine with me.
Alright. You guys make it to the law hall. The guards take your captive. And,
bye-bye, Sticky.
oh no, he's coming with. Gone variable.
Oh, I thought you said they were taking him away.
Well, like they're the ones like that are holding on to him and directing him now.
Okay.
But they are following you and leading you into the law hall, past the receptionist.
I want to talk to the guards and ask them.
Do you know about the Ace of Spades bandits? That is what you call them, right?
Oh, the Black Hall Bandits?
Yes.
Yeah, we're aware of them.
How much of a pain in your side are they?
Very much so.
Maybe you can get the location of one of the bases from this one.
Trust me, we've tried. Every single one has literally spit out their own tongue before yielding any decent information.
Have you tried pulling their teeth out?
That would be entirely illegal and against the wishes of Arathis, the lawbearer, and he's looking around to make sure that's
that would be against the code of law, and the lawbearer doesn't really like.
It's like, are you trying to get me fired?
While they're talking, I just say, I heard from a pretty reliable source their base is past No Man's Land north.
We've been getting lots of reports from a lot of things, but like I said, that's up to our law mage to ascertain that information for herself.
I understand the way things go.
Right. Anyways, you're free to see her now, if you like. Step this way, please.
Bye-bye, Sticky.
Is she as accommodating?
He's coming with.
Still get rid of him. I'm tired of looking at him.
He's your prisoner. You're the one that has to present him.
He seems he's stuck to you.
He stinks. I get horse poop on him.
I think the funny right.
You guys are led into what can only be described as an interrogation cell. All of you, including Stinky. Because that's what we're calling him now.
I'll call him Sticky. You're Stinky. Yeah, they both work.
The two guards are also in the room with you, and there is like a large wooden table in the room with a singular chair behind it.
I like how we just bring like 50 flies to this lady's office.
This is an interrogation room, not their office. From what you can gather, this room is not decorated whatsoever.
Looks like a piece of leftovers that's been in the fridge for like a month.
Are we being interrogated here?
Well, if this person is a bandit like you say, all we really have to go on is your word. So the law master's just going to ask you some questions, be as honest as possible, and we'll go from there.
It would be weird if we just had a citizen on our backs, wouldn't it?
It would.
Honesty. Gotcha.
Indeed. A few moments later, the door opens, and in walks a female human with very, very, very short, dark brown hair.
What is her name again?
Tisha Jokrana. Tisha. She comes in wearing blue robes with silver trim, indicative of the Arcane Imperium, but she also wears silver split mail armor over the robes, which give off just a little more of an authoritative presence to her station.
Tisha Rexmore?
Jokrana. J-O-K.
I don't know. There's so many names.
Jokrana. Jokrana. She carries a silver staff that has two trident points at the end. She steps in, takes a look at all of you. So this is the stinky one.
Oh yes, you can smell him from outside.
I'd rather not. And she flips her two fingers upward, and slowly but surely the dirt and the muck and the grime, and yes, unfortunately, the bubblegum is sifted away from Stinky.
That joke cost me a few gold.
Don't worry, if your story checks out, you'll get more.
Aren't you happy you're all cleaned up now?
Oh yeah, I'm thrilled.
Would you rather have the bubble come back?
He doesn't answer.
It's okay to say no.
Tisha stands at the back on the other side of this table and pulls out a copper coin.
She's the lawmaster of Boldor, you said?
Yep. And she on Boldor East. There's another lawmaster on the other side of Boldor. She pulls out a copper coin and does that thing where it dances across her fingers. And then she puts the coin back into her robes. Hello there. I am the Lawmaster, also known as Arcane Litigant, Tisha Jokrana of Boldor East. Pleasure to meet you. And who might I be speaking with?
The Fist.
Wonderful.
We are a traveling adventurers guild known as the Fist.
Kulkras is our leader. If you have any inquiries, you should talk with him.
Very well. Kulkras. It is my understanding that the individual that you have brought is a Blackheart bandit.
Yes, I took all their decks of cards.
So you found decks of cards with them. Do you have them with you?
Yes. I have them. Minus the aces.
Where did they go?
They went into their mouths for a political symbol.
Huh. Normally, the law bearer would frown upon such injustices, but I personally believe that it does send a strong message. If these were indeed bandits.
What fits the description of a bandit besides attacking somebody when they're sleeping at night?
Fair enough. And what of this
Unless
one?
you didn't attack us at night.
Did you attack them at night?
I was asleep.
No, I was out for a walk with my mates, and they just, pounced upon us. Did a real number. Thought it was funny and stick cards in their mouths.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure you can get the truth out of him. He's probably not that good of a liar.
I'll scratch my neck and kind of reveal the tattoo.
She pulls down a bit of her scarf to reveal her tattoo as well. Huh.
She's also a mage slayer.
Well... She gives an audible chuckle at that statement. So this guy says that you all attacked him. What do you have to say about that, Fist?
He's a liar. You take his word over 4 others? Doesn't seem reasonable to me.
6 if you count the Jeffries.
We do have,
Jeffries?
we
Our
have
horses.
horses that we can communicate with.
Give her the choker.
It seems like the more you talk, the more confused but intrigued Tisha is.
Saoirse will vouch for us as well if you want to talk to her.
Are you aware of the healer with the bird face mask outside?
We get so many healers from all over with different presentations to their craft.
A dime a dozen, yes.
Quite literally, unfortunately. But we're not talking about that. We're focusing on this issue.
liar.
We have a little bit of social credit, perhaps you could call it. If you've listened to the Vox Box recently, we are the people that were in Langdale that solved their issues.
I'm fully aware of of the Fist and their exploits.
We have no reason to lie.
No reason for her to believe us either.
I'm sure you have ways to make us tell the truth.
Well, based off of my investigation and what you have presented to me, my word is law, and I say that this individual is guilty of being a Blackheart bandit, and you, the Fist, should be commended for your bravery in apprehension and the defeat of this bandit and his ilk.
Obliteration.
You'll find the rest of them down the road about 10 miles to the east of here.
Yes, 4 more if I'm not mistaken.
Tough luck, Stinky.
Hey, that's not fair. That's not even a real trial. You just ask them questions, and what the fuck?
Hey, we're likable.
Maybe if you told the truth. Like, where's your base?
Yeah, Stinky, where's your base? I don't have a base. I'm sure you don't.
What is the name of your mother?
So guards, you can take Stinky away. I'll make sure that the Fist gets
Can you even
what's
look your father in
coming
the
to
eye
them.
anymore?
Come on, Stinky.
My name is Merrick. Gosh.
Stinky Malik.
Oh, this is such bullshit. We're gonna come back. We're gonna kill every last one of you.
Who's where?
That sounds like a confession if you ask me.
Yes. So, Fist, as a reward for bringing in a Blackheart bandit alive and helping to corroborate where their supposed hideout may be, the law institution of Boldor sees it fit to grant you 200 gold each.
Cool.
And she pulls out a pouch, sets it on the table, and there is 800 gold within. Naturally, any weapons, armor, or equipment that you found on the bandits at the point of their defeat are yours to do with as you please. And if you would like to assist in any jobs or quests that we have available, well, we can talk now or we can talk a little later. Your choice.
We're here for the meteor. And the disease, it looks like, as well. Perhaps some of my friends could help with that.
Very well. She opens up her hand, and there is like sort of an arcane ripple that happens in the space immediately above her hand. So that's about 1.5 feet long, and she sticks her hand inside of this ripple, and you see her hand disappear into it. And she pulls her arm back, and now her hand is gripping a book or a tome in this ripple. And she closes her hand, and the ripple goes away. Starts to flip through. Yes, Lore Seeker. I forgot his name already. Line.
Rico Skyler?
Rico Skyler, yes.
Yes, he lives on Albuquerque.
Yes, he's been in town for about 5 years. He needs help retrieving a piece of meteor that crashed around 16, 17 years prior.
Nobody has
Apparently.
helped him in 5 years.
15 years.
No one has helped him in 15 years.
Apparently not.
Well,
How
he's
big is the
been
meteor?
he's been here for 5 years researching the meteor that crashed 16 years ago.
One very selfish.
Apparently, he's only been researching it for a shorter time than it's been around.
We're using all of our fingers to count right now.
Yeah.
Counting one.
Wait, I thought your dream said it was like last night or something.
Is there a particular bounty for the Mangler above and beyond the others?
Absolutely. The Mangler's bounty is about 600 gold per individual who brings them in, alive or dead.
Where did this illness come from?
One thing at a time. You wanted to know about the meteor and those investigating it, correct?
Yes, precisely.
Well, all that I really know is the meteor crashed about 16 years prior, and ever since then, part of our farmlands have been reporting eerie activity, hauntings. People go missing, strange sounds in the night, that sort of thing. For the first few years, nothing really happened, but after a while, it got worse. People disappeared from just one or two to entire swaths of households, cattle disappearances and mutilations. I don't know what to call it.
Nothing was ever spotted or confirmed.
Nothing confirmed. But whatever it is, it seems to have been coming closer and closer to Boldor every year. We've been walling off the area as much as we can. Called it No Man's Land because no man lives there, and if adventurers choose to go in there, the Red Guards, the Red Knights, and the Iron Shields and the Iron Guards, they are not allowed to go in and to render aid. If you go in there, you are on your own. That's how dangerous it is.
I like our odds.
And this is totally separate from the weirdness in the Crown Fields, or this is tied together?
We believe it's tied. We believe that the meteor and, Rico seems to believe that the meteor and this weird phenomena in No Man's Land is connected. We just don't know why or how, which is why he wants to study the meteor. But every time people go to collect the meteor for samples, weird creatures appear and seem to protect the meteor. So if you're going to go in, expect for a fight. If it's not a fight that you can deal with, I recommend just not going.
Jokes on that. I don't think there's anyone stranger than us.
Yes, I would agree.
Wait.
How do we properly assess
Correct,
the
fearlessly.
danger level of this area?
Well, talk to Lore Seeker Rico Skylar. He's been researching this more than any of us. We've had our hands full with sending troops eastward for the Dragon Crusade and dealing with this ever-growing pandemic, which brings me to my second point. The pandemic seems to have started from the Faith Square. The nature of what's going on there is unknown to me, but if you speak with some of the healers, they might be able to give some pointers as to exactly what is happening and why, exactly what is happening. As for the why, I have a theory. Coincidentally, around the same time that the pandemic started, we've been having issues with our sewer slimes. Creatures who clean our sewers and leave phosphorus and sulfuric residue behind, which is later collected and sold as part of trade. They have become overly aggressive and are going after any organic material that comes close to them. I can only assume that this is some form of arcane tampery or fuckery, and the only individuals that I can think of who can do such a thing are the Reavers, which means me to believe that the Reavers may or may not be connected to this pandemic. If that is the case, I need them apprehended and their methods for infecting the populace known so that we can combat it properly.
The Reavers sound like someone who might be in league with the Blackheart Bandits, or am I just...
Oh, the names do sound eerie and rough on both ends, but the Reavers are an organization of magical terrorists, individuals who flaunt their magics for selfish gains.
2-star missions.
Which one was the mission above us? Is that the Reavers?
Reavers are 2-star missions, but there's one specifically, Feniel Bloodhope, that's a 4-star.
Which one? Which task did you guys give us? While
there's the 2 necromancers that were also 2-star. That was above our pay grade.
Are they here too?
No, that was the other side of the continent, far east.
Oh, Jesus.
That was back closer to...
You said the Faith Square is where you found information for the sickness?
The Faith Square is where the sickness seems to originate from, but if you want to find out more about the sickness itself, talk to the healers that are just outside of the front. Hopefully one of them will have more of a direction for what this sickness is and how and what to look for in terms of possible cause. But I believe that this sickness is artificial in nature, and it is being spread by a group or an individual of grievers. And I don't know where they are. They could be in town, they could be in the sewers, they could be in the forest, for all I know. Or they could not even be here. I need proof of someone's involvement and a solution to this crisis. If you want to take that up, I will be willing to pay per individual 600 gold.
Alive?
Dollar signs.
What
say you, great leader?
What, bring back alive?
I like turtles. Wait, do we have to bring him back alive, or?
Like I said, I don't even know if they are still in town. I just need enough proof to satisfy me.
I think we have time.
You are dealing with the Lux, Lawmaster.
I am, and I'll tell you what. I'll even throw in a 200 gold bonus for each of you if you can get it done before Summer's Arch, which is this weekend. What day is it now? It would be.
Is it the equivalent of Wednesday?
It would be the equivalent of a Tuesday evening. If you can get it done by Friday, so within 3 days, she'll add in an extra 200.
Now, I wouldn't call us detectives per se, but I think we can crack the case.
Speak for yourself with my passive perception of 17.
He can hear a hair hit the floor. Just something. Ear bounce.
There's a copper pipe.
What are you doing? I'm looking through that wall.
Now, based on the
Stare down some goats. Question him.
now based on
Where are you? Give me that choker.
Now, based on what I was able to glean with the interrogation of the bandit you brought in, Merrick, his words, though, seemed to betray him, though his words seemed to ring as true as he can, it was his thoughts that betrayed him. There is indeed a Blackheart bandit camp north of Boldor, just a few miles past No Man's Land in the forest.
You mentioned your guards weren't trying to hear from me. It's like no one believes
Yes.
me ever.
And yours, which is how I was able to ascertain the nature of the truth.
Again.
Just in
So
my...
you just played a game.
Yes.
You don't have much on your plate, then, do you?
It's not that I have much on my plate. I used a very valuable resource into reading your minds into finding out the truth.
How deep into our minds can you read?
As deep as I need to.
What number am I thinking of?
You have to tell him for it to work.
Write it down.
Then give it to him.
just say a number.
17.
She is good.
I'm thinking that's just white noise now.
You can only do that for so long.
As long as I need to.
Don't tell her about the taffy.
Oh, that's funny.
Wait, Wednesday.
This is not my...
Is there a nice
It's so
hotel in
easy.
town?
This thing Kulkras is as soon as you mention it, it's like, I didn't know which volumes to pick. I didn't know what I was doing. She just looks at some of us and starts blushing, and we're like,
I just leave.
It's too easy. It's too easy.
If you can deal with the bandit camp up north, that's another 600 gold each.
In addition to the Mangler's bounty?
The Mangler has his own bounty. If the Mangler is there, that's an additional 600.
What's the old saying that Serenray has? Time for another crusade?
Yes, those are the exact words.
Do we have to get the bandits done by Friday too, or is that?
No, that's more open.
All right, let's go take care of the slimes, and then we'll go get Mango. Okay, so never gonna remember his name.
Best of luck, Fist.
Is there a nice hotel in town that we could stay at?
A nice hotel?
What the hell's a hotel?
That's west.
How many nice hotels have we been to since you've been in our care, Orlin? And you still expect them?
Not really, to be honest.
No, but it's hurt to ask.
Have I been to the Kingdom of Redmire before?
Redmire, no. You have delivered goods to the wing gates, and from there they would be transferred to Redmire, but Redmire per proper, probably not.
So I wouldn't have seen anywhere typically that Orlin grew up, basically?
No, but you are aware that Boldor has the rich neighborhood, referred to as the Golden Heights, where they have this is where the nobles of Boldor trading would stay in, and as well as a handful of really high authoritative figures in the courts of either Redmire or Moltan would have something called perk houses or perk homes. Huh?
No, we're in Boldor.
You are in Boldor.
We're talking about Redmire all the way
Yeah,
down.
yeah. Nobles of Redmire, if they have need to come to Boldor, they would stay not in a mansion. Well, yeah, it's a mansion. It's called a perk house or a perk home.
It sounds like you want to go visit the Golden Heights, then, is what you're saying.
That sounds great.
Orlin, the Trinette
It's
family has a
out of our
perk house
price
in Golden
range.
Heights. But if that's not really your speed, the three main taverns on this side of Boldor I can recommend are Lutes and Loggers, the Rusty Dagger, and Bighorn Tavern and Inn.
As soon as you said it, I was thinking the Rusty Shiv.
Oof.
I think I can
Why
give
would
you...
they call a place a rusty dagger?
Don't know.
Well, which one of them have arcade machines?
I think I can give you guys a glimpse into my lifestyle if you're interested.
I mean, I think we're a little underdressed, but sure.
Yeah, I can get you in the door.
One way or in and out? I have business in Lutes and Loggers.
Well, I assume we're going to be here a few days, so this would be our place to stay for.
How many missions do we have now? You've been writing constantly for just about every
Because
venture
he's
quest you
prepared.
could.
They're tied together, so it depends on how you're counting them. The slimes and the pandemic are together. The meteor is a separate one, but that's also out in
South
no
of
man's
Nowhere,
land
yeah.
near the
Everything else.
Blackheart's base.
We just have a shopping list we're gonna go through.
We see
That's our quest.
yeah, we gotta kill some bandits. We gotta deal with some slimes.
We see, like,
cure a pandemic.
We see 10
Cook
exclamation points of question marks just floating around town at this
Like
point.
10
Gotta make
chickens.
sure you have a nap.
Plan the meals out for the rest of the week.
Toss the drunks at the bar.
Are the perk houses staffed, or is it just kind of sitting there?
They're just kind of sitting there. They do have a staff that comes in there and cleans once a week if nobody checks in. But just keep the cobwebs out. But that's about it.
Yeah.
Well, how much does this cost?
Free, isn't it?
Free if you are on the list, which, as a member of House Trinette, you should be.
Which, by golly, you're on the list!
Well, Tisha, I think you've been very informative, and we'll do our best to clean up the town.
Very well. Best of luck to you, Fist.
I wonder if we can ask Tisha some questions about other people that she could answer them for us. She could read minds. Will she take payment? Do you take payment?
No, I am a federal worker of Boldor. I do not take commissions.
That's never stop your kind.
She is a minion, I mean a servant of the law.
What he said.
She whispers it in your mind.
It burns. Get out of my head. Leave my brain alone.
So where to, fellas?
Did we want to talk to any of the healers tonight?
You're out at the tent.
Alright. Sorry, I did not hear anything for the past 5 seconds. What's going on?
We're gonna go.
I'm going to talk up the healers who are sitting out right outside the log tent.
You're giving
Okay.
me.
Are you going to go on as a group?
Whoever's going to follow me as we
I'm
talk.
going with Salic at least.
Yeah.
I don't see why not.
Alright.
Giving me a run for my money. Want paying attention for 5
Yeah,
seconds?
it happens. You guys make your way back out to the healer's line. Is there any particular healer you're looking for, or are you going, or are you looking to go straight to Nathan?
Gulag.
Well, I already have a night date with Nathan anyway.
Okay,
Night.
I'll say that. Well, it's been an hour. He gets off in about another hour. So if you want to wait back at Lutz and Loggers or hang out here, your choice.
I gotta go.
You literally just let us over here.
I know.
So you head over to Lutz and Loggers. While that's going on,
He literally leads us here and then dexes his way out.
so anyway, so he moves.
Juke him.
Where'd he go? I spent 2 key points for that.
Eventually, you do find the head healer here. Big, large orc lady with her wearing like a white smock. Her sleeves are rolled up past the elbow, and she's wearing a face mask that looks like a size and a half too small for her giant head. She looks over at you. Yes, is there anything that I could help you with?
I'm wondering if there's anything I could help you with. I have a little bit of healing capabilities. Actually came here with a far more capable healer, but he just disappeared on me. But
Elf and outline.
Yeah, the dotted line is connecting.
Well, if you what is your qualifications? What qualifies you as a healer? If you don't mind me asking.
I don't have a lot to do with poisons or disease, so
He's a-
I
he's
don't
a
know how
wizard.
useful I could be, but if there are any open wounds, I could help close those.
He's the greatest muscle wizard I've ever seen.
Charming. Very well. If you would like to assist, go over to Fenner's tent. I believe he has a couple of burn victims that you can take a look at if you don't mind. She escorts you to this tent that has just a handful of dudes who, these are like built dudes, which gives you the sense that these are probably Redmire guards or knights, and they have like these weird burns across their arms and legs, almost that. Well, make a medicine check first off.
I just imagine some really pasty guards that were out in the sun too long.
21.
21.
They said bacon grease would help.
It looks less of a like fire burn and more of a chemical burn, anything. It is like I said, like along the entirety of his arm and someone else's leg, and a part of their face does look partially melted as well.
How many of them are there total?
3.
I'll hit each one with the cure light wounds.
Do any of the burns look familiar to ones I would have had?
Make a medicine or perception check.
Same. Doesn't matter. Perception. 5.
5? I would say no. Your burns are pretty much, it's free to say it, your burns are very much fire related, while these look a little bit more acidic and melting in nature.
Do they look arcane induced?
Make an Arcana check.
Yeah, slime down Nickelodeon shit.
Do they look like the slimes? Oh, it's my roll before. 18.
18. Based off
Let
of
me know if you need some extras.
based off of the guesstimations of what Orlin's going through, it's like, okay, this doesn't look like a fire burn, it's look like a something else burn. And with that roll, knowing that there are rogue slimes hanging out in the sewers, and that these are guards. These are probably guards that have tried to face these slimes and gotten burned in the process. Slimes are known to be acidic in nature.
Are they awake?
2 of them are.
You guys tried to fight the slimes.
Yeah, we did.
There you go. That's what the words are.
Did the cure light help?
It did. A decent amount, actually. They're probably gonna have some scarring left over, but they should be anticipating a full recovery.
Were you trying to pick a fight with them, or are they just not listening to you?
I mean, more of the latter than the former. You see, the slimes are meant to just be docile. They eat whatever excrement or garbage goes down there, and they in exchange they excrete sulfur and other elements that can be used in other alchemical concoctions. Basically, turning our shit into silver and gold.
So what you're saying is they're gonna tire of your shit.
Apparently.
Did you see anything else down there? Or did they just attack you seemingly out of nowhere?
They seem to attack seemingly out of nowhere. Like I said, they're normally docile creatures. I don't even know if you call them creatures. They're like a sophisticated animated broom. Most of the time, but now they've gotten very aggressive, and we're not exactly sure why. But if they're gonna be like that, especially for the individuals who go down there and collect the slime shit, then we're gonna have problems. So
we'll
yeah,
we'll have it cleared up by Friday.
Oh, best of luck to you. As
How many of them are down there, would you say?
Couple dozen.
And you want them all destroyed, or you just want us to talk to them?
I don't think that you can talk to a broom, but you're more than welcome to try. I think the damage is done now. Now it's just kill them and replace them with a better model.
You guys breed slimes here? Where the hell do you get them from?
We purchased them from the Arcane Imperium.
Of course. It all goes back to the Imperium. As I'm sitting there, like, with my,
leftover gum.
Yeah.
Yeah, them.
Do the Trinettes have any involvement in slime ranching?
Say again?
Do the Trinettes have any hand in slime ranching?
Nah. Is there any other quick questions you want to pose to the guards?
Conspiracy theories, that's what I was thinking. It all goes back to the Imperium.
Don't worry, chicks like scars.
Yeah.
Depending on where they are.
Here, I'll
All
help
over his
with
face.
Hey, girl.
that. Got his mask off.
It's all fun.
It's the Deadpool face. Boo.
Not that one. Not
You're
that
just
one.
gonna eye.
Good luck, buddy. Looks like an overcooked potato or something.
So you guys got some decent information here.
Now, I may have been unconscious with the description of the quest. What are we doing for the slimes?
She
She wants us to destroy them, or she wants us to fix them?
The Arcane Litigate wanted evidence that the
She just
Reapers
wanted
were
evidence, that's right.
controlling.
I'm just trying to figure out, am I killing these slimes or what?
It sounds
I guess as an extra preface, if it comes down to a situation between you and the slimes, choose you. If they're a threat, fuck them up. They can always buy more slimes later.
Kind of look at Kulkras and say, I don't think we can punch these slimes to death, but you can try.
Yes, I will. Maybe you can.
Is there any more questions or comments you guys would like to raise with the guards or any of the other healers that are around?
Well, do we want to see how far we can get in the sewers?
I mean, what time of the day is it at this point?
It's a dusk is steadily approaching.
Is there any decent lighting down there, or is it a crapshoot?
Yeah, we got some arcane glowing bricks. So you can. It's still kind of dark, but you shouldn't be in pitch black down there if that's the case.
All of us can see down there.
Should be fine. I'm bored. What about the rest of you?
I'm fine going down there.
I mean, it's Tuesday night.
How
She
do
said there's a bonus for getting it done by Friday.
Yeah.
How do we find Salic? I don't know where he is.
I told you guys were going to go.
Did you?
I did.
I'll just say in person and in character. I wasn't paying attention.
Meanwhile, over at Lutz and Lonkers,
I said, I'm going over here.
Oh, I
I
thought you were keeping it secret.
No, I said it out loud. I'll be a Luton Loggers.
I remember now.
you find yourself in a very lively tavern establishment. As indicative of the name, there is always like a live band playing some form of tempo
jazz
music to solicitate tips and whatnot. Today it seems to be a handful of pan flute players. They're just giving like a very lively jaunty tune.
Now the true test of Orlin's grilled cheese I worked so hard to fix.
There's $1 million question.
Salic hangs out in the tavern.
Fuck.
Salic hangs out for about an hour in the tavern until eventually you spot.
I nervously buy a beer, I'm not going to lie. I'm nervous, so I have a beer, trying to nurse it.
Okay, that's 4 copper. Tapping your trunk foot, you're just eagerly waiting until eventually in walks through the door Naven with his mask tucked under his arm, along with seems to be like a binder of paperwork. He scans the tavern, spots you, and he gives you a nod and a gesture motion to let's take this upstairs.
Oh my.
I took the beer, though.
He leads you to his room.
Still got my tab too.
Lets you in. Closes and locks the door behind him. Sets down the owl head mask and the paperwork, and he pulls up 2 chairs from a nearby desk, points them across from one another, sits down in one. It seems like we have much to discuss, brother.
Did we get another?
Out of everybody from the Isle, I put all my trust in you.
I will do what I can to maintain that trust, but I have to say, it is difficult to speak to you on matters that concern the order if you have chosen to stay away from it. But if this is something that you want to be a part of once again, well, we can still talk.
I have chosen the path, and I will not ask you to forsake the vows you have taken. But I do have questions, and feel free to answer them to your extent.
Very well.
What do you know of Sugatmoy?
I believe she is a demon prince of the abyss, fungus lady, I believe.
And you know of her involvement in what town called again?
Langdale.
You know of her involvement in Langdale?
I've heard over the Vox Box that there was a mushroom-based incursion going on in Langdale, and that
And of Yadi's involvement as well.
Yadi was involved there. That's no surprise. Her name hasn't been publicly attached to that incident, if that is what you're asking.
I have been in talks.
Interesting that you know her name.
I have been in talks with Yadi. She requested I slay Thundercat to show loyalty.
Interesting.
I've done no
He
such thing.
sits back in his chair and he crosses his arms. And did you?
I've done no such thing.
Make a persuasion check.
Was Thundercat the dwarf?
Yes.
Oy vey.
Is it persuasion?
Yes.
15.
15. He's looking very hard at you, trying to look for any sense of deviation to the words that you're speaking, trying to see if there is truth or lies in what you speak.
Brother, if I was going to deceive you, I wouldn't bother bringing it up. But do what you wish, in order for you to believe me.
I believe you, brother. I apologize. It's just...
Your second nature. It's hard to talk to a corpse, isn't it?
that, and Yadi is...
Of the same home we are.
but of a completely opposite ideology for what I believe in.
And from what we believe in. Well, I'm starting to have doubts of all of our teachings at some point. But they're the foundation of who I am, so they can't leave me entirely.
I believe, well, you speak the truth there. Likewise, it's... What I can say is, we were each brought up in a certain way, and eventually it was always going to come down to us leaving home at some point. And we would have the choice of either dealing with the threats that are now available to us, or be blissfully ignorant and let chaos and madness unfold upon the waking world of Terra. But with what I know, with the abilities that I have to help people, to help the world, that is not a battle that I can just simply stand aside of. I have a moral obligation to step in with what I know, as they have an anti-moral obligation to destroy me and all that I hold dear.
Sounds like a really weird version of the Amish. They're raised specifically one way, but then you get to go out and choose to live or come back.
I wish to know exactly what it is they want. All parts of the islands. Why were we living on one island, together, and only the superiors knew about it? They talked to each other. Why raise us separately? Why turn us against each other? And then give us only Terrians? Because we must help each other.
That is an answer that I cannot give you quite yet, brother, but believe me, it is an answer that I would wish to. I've had such questions pondered in my mind for decades. It wasn't until my graduation that I could prove myself that I was ready for the trials, for the tasks at hand, that the truth was laid bare to me, as the truth would have been laid bare to you had you
not gone stupid now.
Yes. I am willing to share these with you. In exchange, you must do something for me. These are our ways. Nothing is free. If you are lacking in something, and I need something to work out the trade. Does that sound reasonable to you?
It sounds like home.
He gives a slight sheepish chuckle. Here, I want you to take a look at this. He reaches for his stack of papers. These are the symptoms and information that I have gathered from the pandemic that I'm sure you've heard of. I want you to take a look and see what you can come up with. Make a medicine check at advantage.
Two bastards, 4 days today.
Let's go, Snake Eyes.
Hey man, don't you put that curse on me.
Is that a double shot then?
It's too powerful. Not powerful enough. 18.
Looking over the symptoms and the time and rates that they occur, people seem to experience a burning sensation, and then which will even lead to burnt flesh on the palms and open and the bottoms of feet of individuals. Sometimes it's one or the other, sometimes it's both. Various states of burnage, and it's not just the burns that are concerning, which the people suggest that these burns just appeared, that they weren't attached to any open flame or spilled on by chemicals. But it's what happens afterwards. It's a little more concerning. People will vomit, become sick, easily infected, and after vomiting for a couple days, some people feel fine and they go right home. Some of these people who feel fine, they go home and then they come back feeling worse and worse with, like I said, a draw of infections that most mortal bodies can fight off every day, but these people just do not seem to be able to have a functioning immune system past that stage. COVID. And they are slowly dying as a result of that. And there's only one possible explanation: the burns, the weakened immune system, vomiting, feeling better, and then feeling sick again, but much worse. This is a very rare sickness that most people will not be able to notice. This is mag sickness, mag poisoning. These individuals have been exposed to a source of mag in a very unstable form, which is very, very destructive to mortal bodies.
So what you're saying is I should stop putting it in my coffee.
Unstable amounts, whatever that means.
What flavor is mag?
And these individuals all seem to be people who either frequent regularly or even live in the Fate Square. What do you see?
I see symptoms of mag sickness.
Exactly. Still have it like that. That's physician's mind.
It's not like I can turn it off.
Most of the healers were not able to see this, but after I left a few wayward scrawling notes on Orlog's files, they were able to put 2 and 2 together on their own.
So you helped them out.
Don't know what you mean.
What did you give them in return? Or are you learning to bend the rules a little bit here and there? It's okay.
All I did was give them a push, which is what our organization really does. It helps from the shadows. Almost as if they did not even believe that we were involved at all.
In And yet when you see it from a different perspective, you can see it takes everything. I believe everyone there, we can talk about that later.
Politics and ideologies aside, I came to the same conclusion. There is some form of mag sickness going about. Now, my understanding of the arcane is limited, to say the least, but I can only ascertain that there are concentrated sources that are spreading this mag sickness somewhere in the Faith Square. Look for those sources, take them out.
There too.
You should be able to deal with that sickness. What those sources are, I cannot say, but based off of what I've seen, it would have to be something that gives off a potent arcane glow to those who know how to look for it.
I will find this arcane glow for you. For the town. And we'll get on the credit. How does that sound? But not their money.
I don't need credit or money. I just need to know that these people are taken care of, and I cannot investigate this on my own, as I am taking care of the people as best I can.
As best you can.
My abilities are limited.
Everyone's are.
Indeed. But
So,
I will do my best.
I will do that for you. And
In return, I will answer whatever questions you have.
fair enough. In good faith, we have come across a demon.
A fiend. Go on.
By the name of Tofu. Tofu was the one who even sent us to Langdale. Whatever these things are planning, it must go hand in hand with the Zugatmoy plan and whatever else they plan to do.
Possible. Could also be completely unrelated. It's too early to tell. If you come across this TOEFL again, I would recommend an interrogation. Or polite probing. Whatever you choose to use.
We have someone working on that too. They hate the little bastards.
He's like watching us from like the sky. So,
Mother!
What'd I do?
And after all the shit I gave you guys, Tofo give it, Tofo take it away.
It's a random guy.
My leg! No! You promised.
Where'd my mustache go? I haven't been able to grow
From the
years.
outside, these rules are very, very annoying. But I will abide by them.
Very well.
I will see you soon, brother.
I look forward to it. Oh, one more thing. He reaches into his side pocket. And he pulls something out and keeps it in his hand.
you're gonna chew this if you want to talk to me again.
Dacia did not believe that you would be out in the world again, so it was left with me. But I've held faith that you would come out at some point. He's handing you something. Do you accept it? In your hand lies a necklace, a charm of some sort, of carved wood, of a lot of beads, just really shittily carved beads, and a singular wooden tooth or tusk. This was found on your person when you first came to the Order. The only link to your past, if there is one. Mother kept it and gave it to Dacia at first in remembrance of you, believing that your death was permanent, but Dacia had no need for it. And I took it, believing that some way, somehow, I would see you again. And lo and behold, I get to rub that in her face.
Not quite yet. I would ask of you to tell no one that you have met me.
Very well.
If I could find her myself, I will tell her myself. I don't want my being to have anyone question anything.
Very well. But if this Yadi knows of you and knows that you are alive, I'm sure others are very much aware of your existence, your state of existence.
And when that time comes, it will just be.
Indeed.
But for now, the search for her, as I found you, continues. And if she finds me first, all the better.
Be careful out there. The world is much wider and crazier than we ever imagined that it would be.
I showed the Arcane Imperial mark under the trunk. I understand how wide the world can be.
Look at you, full of surprises.
If only I could find a way to get rid of it.
Vaxxus is just laughing.
I could try tanning that hide. Be very painful.
No.
By the way, what is wrong with your trunk? It's been scrunched up ever since you've been in here. Are you nervous to see your brother?
Trust doesn't run high when you were slaughtered at home.
I understand.
It's why you saw me drinking. I had to relax. Listen up.
They say that could be a crutch.
It is a most terrible nectar.
Mm-hmm. Maven allows you to leave his room, and eventually you guys meet up.
No, get the fuck out of my room.
And Lutz and Loggers. What is the plan?
Get some din and then go in the sewers.
I don't know about you fellas, but I actually haven't been hungry for a week. Is that weird?
Yes, you pooped.
I don't think so.
That is weird.
Try to push him over. It's not dead. You haven't
You
eaten.
talk with the doctor. I don't know why you're telling me that actually.
Have him
Yes.
slap your stomach.
Talk with the doctor. Let me feel your belly.
My hands are glowing pink.
I kind of do one of these and just go, alright, fine.
Ah, shit. Completely unnecessary, but what do I find?
Kidney stones, lots of them.
Make a medicine check.
Start tickling him.
10.
10? Lots of scar tissue.
Yep. Just as I feared. You suffer from stupidity.
I mean, that much is obvious. I didn't need a doctor to tell me that.
But now you have a diagnosis.
I have a second opinion. I've been talking to that for weeks.
And aside from the booze lately, I haven't had any actual liquids to drink either. I don't know how I'm still alive.
Or Hari.
You died once. Who says it's not a symptom?
I mean,
Are you a necromancer?
not that I'm aware of.
You don't eat like one. You don't drink like one.
How many necromancers do you know?
How many do you know?
Yo,
Yes.
Well, I couldn't lie right now and say I know 10.
you have a pulse?
How do I check for that?
Doctor?
I smack him.
No, stop. You're not a doctor.
I don't check for a pulse. I don't feel one.
That's not how you check for a pulse.
You got to use the back of the hand.
Just just in the bar
No, you
slapping. Just in the bar slapping this guy, the bartender. What is my life?
Bartender. I love working here.
It's man business.
Check for a pulse. Do you have a pulse?
Hmm?
Do you have a pulse? Nice check for his pulse.
I'm checking to see if he does.
Dang, he's gonna go back into the notes?
He does have a pulse, but it is unlike that of a normal mortals. Instead of a normal bump, 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 it's more of a bump, bump, bump,
Weirdo.
bump. By all accounts, this individual should be, Vaxxus should be unconscious because he's not getting enough blood flow. But for whatever reason, he seems to be not different at all.
I mean, I still have to sleep, but
That explains why he keeps jumping out the building and not getting enough blood flow.
okay, I haven't done that in a few days.
It's been since you drank the black sludge.
What black sludge did I drink? I mean, you have to be more specific. I've had some
Oh,
pretty
that changed my feet into hens.
I've had some pretty terrible drinks in my day, but I don't remember drinking any sludge.
You should have it so you came with whispering encouragement.
You
Try whispering. No, the encouragement.
That's the curse of it.
I don't believe he's had incursion. He just got demon blood on him.
Which isn't it based on incursion or something? I don't know.
So I
I
was
was been
assuming
asking
it
about
was-
it.
Our chemist is gone.
Don't worry, guys. I'll figure it out. I have no idea.
I mean, I still feel pain and things like that, but it's just weird. I thought I'd mention it.
Did your
Heart beats slow.
I mean, I don't check it frequently, so
You can feel it though, don't you?
kind of.
So when did it feel slower?
What's happening to all the alcohol? They're just like slapping around inside of you?
Well, I mean, I still have to take a leak if need be, but
It could be what that noise is.
We dilly-dally on this. We'll talk about it later. To the sewers,
To the sewers.
so we can cover up the stench of this rotting corpse next to us.
I mean, do we? What's in the sewers again?
Slides.
Didn't we also have a lead with the Faith Square?
Face
Looking
square.
for glowing people?
I thought you guys. I am. Face square.
So,
I do have a mission.
I feel like they're connected, right?
so where have you been disappearing to lately? Are you trying to ignore us?
Yes, I too want my space.
Did you find your brother?
I did.
Did you get the answers you were looking for?
We have a way on the islands. How do they say here? I scratch your back, you scratch mine.
And then they murder you?
Same thing in the aristocracy.
Nothing comes for free.
I think the people that aren't flexible say that, but that's correct.
If we are able to assist him with healing people, he will answer any questions I have to him. So the square, the face square, is where we'll find the origin of the sickness, which is... You ever heard of mad poisoning?
Have I?
You three make history checks.
Oh, history. Natural 20. 22 total. These orange dice have been on fire the last day.
What'd you get over there, buddy?
Alright,
mine's just
stand back for a true.
Mine's just a
professional.
flat roll.
7.
Does that mean yours is at 19 though?
No, I'm
got a natural
proficient
20.
in. I'm 22.
Natural 20.
2 natural ones.
For a total of
22.
20.
We actually did a
Nice.
dissertation on mag poisoning.
As soon as they tell the
That was
whole,
you? I was your paper.
as soon as they read their whole thesis, I just say, yes, of course, everyone knows about it.
Yeah,
I
why?
don't say it again.
So, to make a long story short, mag poisoning happens when magic items aren't made properly. Part of the enchanting process for magic items involves creating runic glyphs and then filling that with magical materials or powder. to facilitate the magical enchantment. If that sigil or carvings are done wrong, creates a different feedback loop, kind of like from an engineering electric standpoint. It creates a feedback loop, which creates more power and more power and more power. You'll probably get like a +1 longsword that will do what it's supposed to do, but it will also slowly poison the user if it's shoddily made, to the point where it will break down a person from the inside out, causing like cancerous growths, other diseases and infections. And if it's too much too fast, or if you experience too much of it, there is no cure, magical or otherwise. So it's kind of a big deal. And and with those natural 20s, the largest incident where there was a prolonged mag poison exposure was during the Dark War with the floating city of Arcania.
What was the Dark War? Swords and spider people?
Yeah.
Mag poisoning?
During the very first thing that happened during the Dark War was the floating city of Arcania. Their mag reactors went haywire, exploded, and fell out of the sky, crashing somewhere in the scarred lands of Hammer's Reach. So much so that the lands around the crashed city have been very poisonous. Like, even during the arcane drought, mag poisoning and mag sickness was very prominent. So you couldn't even approach these structures for a very, very, very long time.
Where's that? Oh, in the Scarred Lands?
Yeah.
Brown Fields also a polling city?
Yes. Though no reports of mag poisoning seems to be there, but something else. But this floating city has been unexplored for like the past 300-ish years. It's only recently that over time this mag cloud of sickness and poison slowly diminished over time. Now there are small excavations into the scarred lands that try to pick apart pieces of this remnants of this floating city.
We're not going to contract this mag poisoning from the residents here, are we?
Not contagious, mag poisoning.
It's not contagious unless you share blood with them, or
Do they bite?
like a lot, or
We can't shoot up some incursion with the residents.
I mean, you can, but you don't know what that'll do.
Do you intend to eat them like the zombie pulls you up?
Alright, how many people have I eaten thus far?
Then you won't be infected with mag poisoning.
Fantastic.
Mag poisoning is blood related. Or proximity
yes, I
to
saw
high
the third one.
concentrations.
That was interesting.
Yeah, if you're
That one kind of
exposed to a high dose to an unstable source, that is like the most direct cause of mag poisoning for those natural 20s and Mr. 18 medicine check over here.
So off to the sewers then we go, correct?
Off to the Faith Square first.
I'd rather do that before I get stinky too.
Alright.
Can I ask a clarifying question that's somewhat
Absolutely.
unrelated? I think I just confused my notes.
Sure.
The Mangler isn't here. He's in the Blight Marsh.
Correct.
Okay.
I thought it was in no man's land.
Yeah, I misread my notes.
We don't know exactly who's in charge.
Yeah.
That was the last
Yeah.
question I asked, but I didn't.
There is a base
you
in
gotta
No
fuck
Man's
you as
Land.
an answer.
Yeah.
There is a base in No Man's Land, but the Mangler is totally separate in the Blight Marsh area.
Oh, I thought the Mangler was in no man's land. I misunderstood that.
That's okay. So, the Fisk makes their way westward towards the Faith Square. As you travel, you walk past all different kinds of stores and just shit that's around. You passed a couple of the different trading blocks, an entertainment block, 2 residential districts, and then you're meted by a large gate that is currently closed and flanked by two guards. And they hold out their gloved hands. Hold, the Faith Square is not receiving visitors at this time due to the recent pandemic.
We are here to try and alleviate the pandemic.
They look over your party and they see that you guys are in fact wearing mercenary badges. Oh,
they're very good. They saved me from dying quite a few times.
Oh, nice. Hey, go get the case, alright? We're gonna send a couple of guards with you just to show you around the Faith Square. We believe that the source is somewhere around there. They're just gonna accompany you to make sure that, because there are evacuated residentials and businesses within the Faith Square, we just want to make sure that there's no extra funny business. Hope you don't mind. A couple minutes later pass, and 2 younger human guards appear with the pikes and swords in hands. Alright, this is Keith, and that's Kevin. No, I'm Keith. I'm Kevin. They're twins. Oh, of course, whatever.
Of course they are.
Alright. Alright, Kays, you know what,
They're a little wet behind the ears, aren't they?
No, they're just dicks. Anyways, Kays, the deal. Show them around. Answer any questions about that they might have, and if it gets too hairy, bring them right back. All right? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Off you go then. Best of luck, Fist.
So, which one of you is the favorite in your family?
Insight check. We didn't tell them our name.
It says so. It says so on your guys' badge.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Like, wait a goddamn minute.
I would imagine Keith is the favorite, correct?
No.
What color is their armor?
Red.
I'm gonna have my axe out and kind of like guarding the corners as we go past.
I'm sure you understand, Orlin. I'm just trying to make my own fun right now.
Oh, Durance is definitely the favorite. Firstborn and all.
The gates of the Faith
That's
Square
complicated
open.
when they're born at the same time.
That is pretty complicated, yes.
But there's some weird hereditary laws in your family.
Not really. Well, what do you mean?
Got you thinking now,
Oh, fuck.
Are we missing out on something?
huh? See?
Wait a minute.
There's a firstborn in most families.
I mean, yeah, we were twins.
One of you came out first.
My mom says that I was born first, but Kevin says he was born first. But, we're twins. But it was a weird time back then. They were only expecting one child. We're not exactly sure which one is the oldest.
So when Dad kicks the bucket, who gets everything?
They both answer, I do. It's gonna be split.
This is getting good.
The gate opens up to the Faith Square, where Orlin and Vaxxus, you guys have passed through the Faith Square in the past.
Okay.
Which is normally a bustling, I don't know, kind of like a churchy outdoor farmer's market vibe. It is a ghost town. It is quiet. If there were tumbleweeds, they would be a spinning. There are a handful. There are about 6 large temples here, and this square is huge. It's probably like a quarter mile by a quarter mile, quarter mile by a full mile, or whatever. It's a big square, and enough to to fill 6 churches and a bunch of houses and businesses. And it's all yours to explore. Where would you guys like to go?
That way. Right you are, fearless leader.
What are we looking for exactly?
I'm sorry, I'm reading items.
What are you guys looking for? And what are you guys doing?
Oh no.
Do you have any inclination of where to go next?
Okay, well, what we are looking for. A glow. We are looking for a magic glow to signify the source of the unstable mag.
Alright. Everyone make perception checks. 2 of you can make them at advantage as Kevin and Keith are assistant.
You too.
Yeah, you guys have better perception than I imagine.
Give me the sake.
Oh, okay, that's a lot.
Hey. First natural 1 goes to Orlin.
I was about to be real upset. I'm like, damn it, I rolled 2 13s. One was an 18.
I'm very nice. I got a 7 and a 10, so I got 13.
Plus,
So I got 14.
I almost beat
that's
you.
not
Holy
the
crap.
total. That's just,
Yeah.
that's just the roll. So
Alright.
18 plus 25.
25. Vaxxus?
11.
11.
I'm here. I'm awake.
I'm perceptive.
Okay.
Salute.
To be fair, sake is not my favorite thing.
Tastes like dirt and water.
Pretty good.
Did you shake it first?
I did not.
Okay, you'll probably have to shake it first next time. But that's okay.
Tasted like alcoholic caramel.
Nice.
Because I don't think there's any flavor in it.
Yeah, I've had a little bit before. It tastes like kind of like dishwater.
Orlin
I don't learn
and
people who like sake.
Kulkras
Yeah,
and
this-
Salic are looking around this large area in search of an arcane glow of some sort. Vaxxus is doing the best he can to look around as well. Orlin is preoccupied dealing with Saoirse. It seems like Saoirse is being unusually fussy right about now.
Is she changing it up?
That's a good question.
I would say no, she is not.
You're distracted. How is there a smudge on my armor with this enchantment?
Saoirse, in her Drake form, kind of like a, what is it, like 2 claws and 2 wings? Is that it, or is it 4 limbs?
She's got like the T-Rex arms and the 2 back legs and the.
Okay, yeah,
I like how
her little
like
T-Rex.
no looks with just that following us.
Her little T-Rex arms are keep like scratching at the side of her head, and you're just like, hey, calm down. What's wrong with you?
My sleek looks like something out of an H.P. Lovecraft story.
Hey man, shh.
With his tentacles and trunk and claws.
I don't know. Yeah, it's like I don't know what
Trunks
you're
and
talking about.
tentacles.
Tentacles.
Kulkras and Salic, as you guys are looking around
Prehistoric
for
too,
an arcane glow, Kulkras, you notice that during this whole ordeal, Salik's trunk is unusually like wrapped up.
You're a doctor. Maybe you should get that looked at.
You alright?
It stinks.
But don't look at me.
Mag?
I mean, I don't think it's me.
You gotta let me know what drug you just called us.
Once Kulkras points it out, you look down and you realize that indeed your trunk is unusually curled up. You usually just let it dangle and whatever, but now it's like
Does your trunk
tense.
hang low? Does it dangle too?
Where is this bag? That's gonna crash.
So on.
You don't notice any arcane glows, but you do see these random slabs in the built into the roads that that just appear very different from the architecture, but mainly around the temples, usually like in the walkway leading up to them. There's probably like 3 or 4 of them per building, and they're just sort of there. It's different, but it's something that you two take notice of, as well as one of the local cafes that appear to be in the area seems to be open, and there appears to be customers and some sort of.
I thought no one was here.
Yeah, it's supposed to be closed. Why are there people here?
Yeah, why aren't there people here?
I mean, once you realize it, you can.
You gotta tell me why it's like that.
It's just like an awkward thing. Like, oh shit, I didn't realize, and then you.
You're like, I don't walk again?
Are you trying to
lean like this when I walk?
What's wrong? Nothing.
Yeah, it's like that.
Was it a tense meeting?
You have to go lay down the law, Keith. Kevin, show him who's boss.
I mean, yeah, sure, why not? No offense, but can you guys come with us? So, just like a big force.
I want to talk about these slabs when we get back, though.
Oh, yeah, sure. As you guys approach the front of this cafe, from the outside, it appears very lively on the inside. There's at least like 6 patrons that are just having random conversations. One portly male individual is going, huzzah! There is like a barmaid that's just walking around passing out drinks and stuff. And that's just what you see from the outside. The front door is closed, but the windows are open, and there does appear to be some sort of electric light coming from inside.
I'm going to be a weirdo and start making my way through the window.
Through the window?
Yes.
I mean, this isn't one of those windows that open.
I thought you said you could see through the window.
You can see through the window.
There's still glass.
It's a window.
Doesn't mean it's open.
Oh. I didn't say...
Windows
don't have to be open to see through.
You're
thinking of a door.
You heard me. I started breaking my way through the window.
This is a rich neighborhood. They actually have glass. It's not just an opening.
I didn't know if it was shutters or what.
Keith or Kevin is like, but no destruction of private property, please. If you don't mind.
Are we looking at something that's very immutable?
What do you mean?
Walk into this pub.
Okay. Yeah, you walk in and make a perception check.
No destruction of property there, no fun.
Give it a minute.
16.
16. As soon as you walk in, it's weird. The patrons seem lively and they're having conversations, but the things that you hear don't match what anyone is saying. Even the huzzah that the guy gives, that seems to be on a loop. Like every 25 seconds, it's huzzah! Huzzah!
I just back away.
Salic, what's wrong?
They don't want to be meat.
What?
Something about this stinks.
At that point, the tavern wench walks up. Beautiful human girl, musty, tight corset, the whole 9 yards. Welcome to our cafe. Are you looking for a drink? What'd you say?
What do you want, flesh monkey?
Jeez.
Is there a patron?
Racist much?
Patron near?
Damn.
Is there a patron near us?
You're gonna have to like walk in a little bit.
Well, you said that she was outside, or?
No, all in inside. So far, he's the only one inside, unless everyone else.
Oh, I think you said there was a barmaid outside.
No, the inside.
Okay.
All of this is happening indoors, as far as
yeah,
you know.
I'll walk.
There's a handful of tables. The first couple tables closest to the door are empty. It's really the second and third rows seem to be populated by guests.
Is my lantern glow at all at this point?
You take a look at the lantern, and no, it is not.
And Salic saying that it appears they're on repeat. I want to pretend to trip and knock into one of the guests.
Sure, make a performance check. My favorite.
Could I assist him and kind of push him in that direction?
I'll say sure.
At advantage.
Okay, that's good because I
Performance
have a
check
-2 in
at
charisma.
You should have told me to do it. I got a +5.
That's my idea. It's Kulkras' idea. He can fail at it if he wants to. He's going to fail spectacularly. What number is that?
Holy fuck, that's what roll I do.
6.
6.
You fell down already.
It's less of
you-
pretend and more of actually falling.
Yeah, of course. You pretend to fall into this patron, and whenever you hit the patron, you don't feel a normal person. You feel yourself falling into something made of jelly.
Right.
And it is at that point that the murmuring stops and all of the patrons look at your group, and the barmaid says, "Now why'd you have to go and do that? Now you can't leave.
Oh, it's
We're
just...
going to roll for initiative, and I'm going to set up a battle map. And in that time, wipe."
A quick shout out to all the people and organizations whose music and artwork is featured in the show. Some of the music you're hearing in the background tonight comes courtesy of Midnight Syndicate. If you are looking for music for your games, check them out on Spotify, iTunes, ask Alexa for Midnight Syndicate, or just go to their website at www.midnightsyndicate.com. A big thank you to the one, the only, Kevin MacLeod. Check out the amazing works of Kevin MacLeod, a full-time composer who has published over 2,000 compositions, most of which he's made available for others to use, using the Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0 license. Check out his stuff on YouTube and incomptech.com. Thank you, Iritan, for letting us use your music. This amazing savant of Celtic and medieval melodies can be found on YouTube and irutanmusic.com. We would also like to thank Blizzard Entertainment, CD Projekt Red, and Bethesda for having such iconic and impactful music, as well as allowing for fans to utilize said content in productions like these. Please keep in mind that this is all fan-generated content and is not sponsored or endorsed by Blizzard Entertainment, CD Projekt Red, or Bethesda. We just really enjoy their content. A big shout out to Derek and Brandon Feitcher. Their amazing compositions can be found on YouTube under Fantasy and World Music by the Feitchers, as well as iTunes, Bandcamp, Amazon, and Spotify. Go check them out. Stringstorm does music, voice acting, sound effects, and more. There's a lot of creative symphonic metal songs on their YouTube channel, and most, if not all, of their songs can be purchased at store.stringstorm.info. The artwork for our logo was done by Sanzaki Kojika. Check out her artwork and content at twitch.tv/Sanzaki Kojika. And the opening animation was edited by CJ Emmanuel II. Thank you very much, and enjoy the show.
Wow! Oh, and just like that, we've got initiative. And we have an initiative order as well. The order is Kulkras, Keith, Kevin, Salic, Orlin, and Vaxxus.
You forgot all the slimes then, Vaxxus.
Oh, don't worry about that. Also, yeah, I'll...
the crop.
Rises to the top.
just for the hell of it, I'm going to set this as the barmaid. That's just over here.
Play that funky music, white boy.
And with that, battle will commence. As Kulkras, you stumble into this patron, expecting to find something odd. You do learn this is something odd, as the patron is not made of flesh and bone and cloth. They are made of some sort of adhesive gelatinous substance, and as you bump into them, there's almost like this ripple amongst them, amongst their form. And it's at this point that all of the patrons start to melt in their seats almost, and they transform into these literal jelly monsters. There's no other way to describe it. Their forms are dark black and gray, and they're just like this.
I suppose we can't work anything out.
Kulkras, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
Blackberry jelly, eat them, eat them.
Put that motherfucker on toast.
Is the barmaid still human?
The barmaid still appears human.
You want a number?
You want to try to hit on this one? Go right ahead. We'll see how well this goes. Now, this doesn't have to be, well, I'm rolling initiative and I'm setting things up, but how you approach this situation is up to you, Kulkras. You're doing this situation.
Everybody speak Jam.
Not me. Well, Kulkras doesn't know what to do. All he did was bump into someone and said, "You could never leave," and that's never a good sign. Last person who said that was the weird mushroom people.
Take him out, leader.
And the eagles.
Huh?
And the
Your
eagles.
face is like
And the
pressed up
eagles.
against the window from the
Get
outside.
I'm gonna throw 2 swings at the jelly in front of me.
Go right ahead.
So with my great axe, first strike is that was so close. It's a natural 19.
That hits.
First one, screw you, is 7 damage.
7 damage.
And the second hit is 19.
19. That also hits.
19 total, wasn't natural.
Oh, well, yeah, that still hits.
So it's okay.
Wow, that travels so much.
Just say this jelly's been sitting in the fridge too long to solidify now.
Max damage, so 18.
18.
It's a D12.
Damn. That thing cartwheeled for like 5 numbers.
Which is the exact polar opposite, because the first damage number was 1. So I did minimum, maximum.
What damage does your weapon do again? Is it piercing or slashing?
Be slashing with the axe, right?
Yeah,
It's slashing, but it's +1, so it's magic damage.
slashing plus 1. All right, good to know. Okay, yeah.
All I know is this thing took like 20 something damage at this point.
It took 25 damage, yeah. And after like the first slash, it kind of goes in, kind of like cutting into a piece of jello. The other one, the other swing goes directly down, cleaves it in half, and the jelly creature, instead of reforming, stays separate. Now I don't have more jelly minis for this, but instead I'm going to use these 2 guys.
Nice.
So where there was 1, now there are 2. You
that's
still
how
have
this day is
movement and
gonna
a
go.
bonus action.
What?
You have movement and a bonus.
Wait, no, I did forget to rage. Fuck.
Suck it through a straw.
What movie was that?
I don't know. You can rage now if you'd like.
I will rage now.
Ghost
Then-
come off of you.
And then I'm actually going to move out of one of the ranges.
Alright, you back up. And as you
Moving towards Salic. So I just want to leave one of the ranges, not both of them.
Alright, well you do end up leaving this guy's range.
Mhm.
And yeah, he's gonna lash out with a pseudopod made of slime. That's a natural 19 plus stuff.
Miss.
Not even close.
It was just a normal roll because I didn't attack recklessly.
Right. Did you? You said you raged before you moved.
Yes.
Okay. 10 points of bludgeoning damage, half to 5, and 3 points of acid damage that are not reduced, as you feel parts of your skin start to burn. And you're reminded of a handful of guards who also tangled with jelly monsters who also experience similar burns. Does that end your turn, or did you want to move further than where you currently are?
No, I just want them to do damage to me.
All right. It's now the guards. It's now the guards' turn. They're just like, "Hey, what's going on in there? I don't know."
Jellies, stay out.
They're monsters. Get them, Keith. Get them, Kevin. Defend your city.
I believe we were told that Kulkras was your leader. Am I right? So we're gonna listen to him.
I'm not going back to those friggin' people with 2 dead guards, okay?
Look, we'll jump in if things get hairy. You
Shoot
guys
'em
are
with arrows,
adventurers.
You
right?
guys are a bunch of sissies.
All right, good luck. That's their turn. The barmaid.
Okay, we're sisters.
So,
What are you doing there?
the barmaid is going to be like, "Well, now, there's no need to get too rowdy. Let's see if we can calm you down." And
Was that the innuendo or an actual Monica piece?
you watch
If she's
as
a witch.
you watch as the barmaid, her form also changes as she takes a couple steps forward. She leaves a long trail of slime in her wake.
Please,
As
no.
her form also transforms into a humanoid beauty, but in green slime.
Is that the scale too?
Yeah, she also grows a couple feet as well.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Are Keith or Kevin looking through any of the windows?
They are. And at this point, they're just like, "Yeah, I'm kind of glad we stayed inside." Yeah, me too.
What the hell do they pay you for?
To guard.
You can't guard your town. The monster's already in it.
She's going to approach you, Kulkras, and she's going to attack you with 2 pseudopod attacks.
So I'll see if these guys get fired.
Pretty sure that's going to miss. Hey, Kulkras, does an 11 hit?
Nope. I was just trying to check something on his character sheet.
Does a 26 hit?
No.
Okay.
My AC's only 18. I was fucking with him. You're like, what?
7 points of bludgeoning damage, half to 3, as well as 9 points of psychic damage. As her green pseudopod also seems to burn into your brain as well. And then
12 in total?
Huh?
12 in total?
Yes. And then she's going to avert her gaze towards you, Salic. What do you know? I would like Salic to make a wisdom saving throw.
You can just ask instead of attacking.
Wisdom save.
Why can they talk but no one's civil ever?
Because fuck you, that's why.
Welcome to fantasy.
The monsters.
Well, there goes that. 13.
13.
Oh boy.
What?
I haven't rolled higher than 10 all day.
Tower?
Yeah, the tower is demanding satisfaction right now.
Use me.
You take 20 points of psychic damage.
Ouch. Nice.
Jesus.
And you feel pieces of your memory start to slip away.
I didn't need him anyway.
Do you remember what town we're in?
Yeah. Indiana.
We're in the town of Indiana.
He's roasted.
That's pretty good.
No, clearly we're in the town of Ohio.
Town of Terra.
Terra town. Okay, and because you feel some of your memories drained and sucked away from your mind. And while this is occurring, every time you make an attack roll or ability check, roll a d4 and subtract it.
For how long?
We'll find out.
Oh, he's got,
That's gonna be her turn. Salic, you're up.
How high is the ceiling?
it doesn't smoke.
10 feet? Maybe 12?
Okay, so she's close to the top.
Yeah. Now, okay, maybe the scale isn't to scale. She's still considered a medium-sized creature.
Okay.
So followed by Orlin and then Vaxxus on deck. So,
There's
Every time I take an attack action, roll a d4 and subtract that total.
correct.
There's a total of 5 slimes in there now, including.
Yeah. Well, 6.
Is that
1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay, I didn't
This
see the
one
back.
split, so
Yeah.
4, 5, 6.
Gotcha.
Is there a way we can talk this out instead of fighting? You seem intelligent.
No, I could just get what you want. I could just get what I want off of your corpse. It's fine.
Just ask.
Okay. No.
Stop this bitch.
Yeah, let's try it. No, it's gonna work. It's not gonna work.
Fuck her up.
Flanker!
Hey, flank her!
She's attacking me.
Yeah.
No, she's attacking me. She just attacked me first.
She attacked
she
him.
attacked
She
me twice.
attacked.
Well, let me get in the
And
flank.
You both
Let me flank her.
equally.
Let me
You get
flank her.
flanker. You get flanker. These jellies are far enough away that
We could roll
you
over.
will not get
Let's
attacked.
hope Kulkras' ideas aren't 3 for 3 right now.
We can roll over and die. That sounds like a good idea.
It's a foolproof plan. I like it.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton.
Alright.
Let's see if it pays off.
Alright, is this an unarmed strike or are you attacking with the morning wood? You named it.
You
Not
named
me.
it!
No, look. He gave me the name, alright?
This is the morning wood.
Okay.
The slimes are confused, but it's 9 o'clock.
Stiffy staff.
It's like warm apple pie.
At advantage, what did you roll?
At advantage, what did I roll? A 9.
A 9 on
Without
the
bonuses.
dice.
Yeah, without bonuses.
Alright, add your bonuses. Let's see what that is.
That's 7. That's 17. I did 17.
17. Okay,
Yeah.
now roll a d4 and subtract that from 17.
My bad. That is, that's 17. 16.
16?
16.
Okay, now did you roll your d4?
I did.
16?
16.
But you rolled a 1 on a d4?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's the most common number on a D4.
16 hits.
Nice.
They're all equally common on a D4.
So, I got all the dice. So I rolled them all at once.
Tell that to the thousands of ones people roll compared to the dozens of 4s.
D4 and D6.
Spoken like a group with a collective -3 intelligence modifier.
Oh,
We have to keep the theme alive.
yeah, I meant +0.
Yeah,
So
I think it's 0, 1, 1, 1, right? Or 0, -1, -1, -1.
Kulkras is as smart as barely.
I always
We got 13 points of that magic bludgeoning damage
Nice.
You gave her a little pinch.
plus
Little pinch.
2 points of radiant damage.
Oh, no.
So 15
Stick.
points total. Nice.
Stick.
Yeah, despite having the memory issue eat away at how you're supposed to do things, your staff still managed to find her purchase into her gelatinous flesh. Still got a second attack and a bonus.
Can you stunning strike from every attack that hits, can't I?
Yes. Would you like to use Stunning Strike?
Yeah.
Alright, I believe she has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yes. She has to make this foolish
50 empty bottles.
What's
Do you have any empty bottles? Does Vaxxus?
19 total.
Of course.
Technically, I should
Alright.
because
It'll happen eventually.
the bandolier I have should be 10 bottles, but as I drink them, I have to refill them. So I have empty booze bottles.
It'd be cool to take some of these and try to turn it into an element.
23.
D4 weapons.
23.
Hold on, I gotta roll a d4.
Yeah.
Just go ahead.
Of a 16
go ahead
hits.
and we're done.
19.
Still hits.
Sweet.
Like, he would have hit even if he rolled a 4, but
You did roll a 4.
perfect.
I did. That is 8, 12 points total. That's 5 points of the magic bludgeoning plus 4 radiant.
Wait, what's the damage?
It's 3 damage, 3 plus 5, 1d8 plus 5. That's the bludgeoning damage from the Morning Wood, magic bludgeoning, right?
Yeah.
And then the radiant damage is 1d4. I rolled 4.
Okay. So 4 plus what?
4 plus 8.
Nice. Still have your
Stunning strike coming in again.
Stunning Strike coming in again.
Can't roll good forever.
Natural 19.
Motherfucker.
Have you landed a stunning strike?
I think you did once.
No. Every time with this interaction between us, you just have these titanic rolls.
I gotta roll low at some point.
Like I said, at some point, I only got so many key points,
No,
but
come on.
I'll keep trying. And I get an extra attack,
Okay.
extra unarmed attack.
Just a normal one with your bonus.
That's right.
Okay.
Ooh, boy. How this happen again? So is that 18? It's gonna happen again. It did. 14.
14. Just hits.
Hey, this bitch slow.
Extra.
9 points of magic fist damage.
She's actually got more AC than I did to start this thing.
I'm gonna try one more for the stunning strike.
It's like her just walking into punches.
Natural 19.
Dude! 3 times in a row at 19?
Do you want to look at this?
I don't want to. Wow!
Nobody wants to see that, man.
You know what? Bad dice towers.
Roll on dice towers from now on.
I did. You know what my first 3 rolls were? 8, 2, and 8.
You got shy dice, is what you got.
You got lottery numbers right
But
9. Alright, 9.
there. Check his tower for rigged.
I have an extra step on my dice tower.
Yeah, his standard 32 steps, he's got that extra 30, that 34. Come on, man.
Magnets.
How did it work?
That shit don't work, bro.
Okay, so you made attack bonus, attack bonus. Did you? I believe you already rolled damage for the bonus.
He missed.
What
No,
bonus?
you
no,
just
no.
hit with 14.
That's right.
Yeah, it just didn't land the stunning strike.
Yeah, you didn't roll your damage for your bonus attack.
What the one?
The
You
punching
hit,
one?
but you didn't do your damage with it.
The stunning strike of damage?
I think he did. It was a 9.
No, the stunning strike is extra. Beyond
Yeah,
that,
I rolled 9 damage.
Oh, you rolled 9 damage for your punch.
Okay, yeah, that's what I got written down. Okay. You still have some movement if you so choose. You're right behind her here. Sorry that there's a bunch of shit in the way. And there's an enemy here, here, and here.
I'm gonna move back to the side, to the right hand side of Kulkras.
Over here? Or over here?
Over there.
Yeah,
right
over
there. The right hand side of Kulkras.
Okay, like that?
Yes.
Okay, no problem. You don't leave her space for attack of opportunity. You don't get in with them. You're fine. You're gold. That ends Salik's turn. Orlin, you're up with Vaxxus on deck.
I'm gonna run towards the one closest to me. And then I'm gonna matrix run up the wall to be standing between the two of them.
Okay. I'll say you do that from over here.
Put it on the table.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I'll put you on the table. That's fine.
And then I'm gonna take a cricket swing with my maul at the one closest to me.
Alright.
If I hit, I'll mark it with a favorite too. That's a natural 1.
Oh, no.
Take another shot. Shake it this time.
He's gonna drink all the sake.
I'll do my second attack first.
Okay.
Then I'll get that.
Cheers.
That's better. It's a 28.
28 to hit.
I marked as a favorite foe.
Yeah, fuck yeah, that hits. Your maul does slashing damage, right?
No, bludgeoning.
Got
It's a
it.
big hammer.
Okay.
14 bludgeoning damage.
How much?
14.
14. Nice.
And then Saoirse's going to fly up in front of it and attack, hopefully flanking.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Caw.
At advantage.
Who takes the drink for Saoirse?
Technically him.
My God.
Do you make one of your cats take
If you
the
have
shot?
like 3 pets and they rolled natural ones, you take the shot for your pets.
I mean, he's got
16
got
hit?
it. One for me and
16.
one for my homie.
16 hits.
8 slashing damage, non-magic.
I think guys should pick a house pet and give it a shot.
Yeah.
8 slashing damage. Okay.
And then she's going to fly back towards the door. Up towards the ceiling, too.
Okay, hold on.
This looks like more sludgy.
I mean, yeah, that's the other mixture with it.
Yeah.
I gotta calculate this thing so quick.
There's more strawberry that time. That's much preferable to the straight, like, caramel one I had the first time.
Less dishwater, more flavor.
Yeah, as Saoirse slashes into this one, it too splits and divides. And where does Saoirse fly off to?
Above the door.
Not a problem. And
She's like perched up there.
And because she has flyby,
Yep.
she does not provoke attacks of opportunity. That ends Orlin's turn. Vax, you're up. Vaxxus.
As I walk to the doorway, I say to Keith and Kevin, You're the worst guards I've ever seen.
The boss said to stay out here. We're staying out here. Ching, ding, ding.
I-
shoot N-word!
I'm gonna get just into the doorway a little bit,
Alright.
so they can't necessarily see me.
Okay.
Keith and Kevin anyway.
I figured.
I break away from
I'll go ahead and do Form of Dread first.
Alright.
This is a fine mess you guys made.
I try.
As your form of dread exudes. Does anyone have to make a wisdom saving throw for frightened?
It's only when I hit something,
Got it.
and I can choose what makes the save or not.
You got it.
Let me just add my temporary hit points.
You add your temporary hit points.
The next thing I'm going to do is cast Shatter on that big group in the back left corner at 3rd level.
Nice.
How many of them can I hit in a 10-foot radius? 48. So 48 thunder damage.
10-foot cube.
10-foot radius, so it should be a circle, I think. 10-foot radius sphere. Can I hit all 4 of them?
Yeah. Yeah, you can get all 4 of them.
Okay. They all have to make a Constitution saving throw of 16.
I know she's pretty good at those.
Starting with the barmaid. Now watch.
No. It's only me. Watch us now.
Natural 8.
I think that fails.
Wait, who's that for?
That was Big Green.
Oh man.
I told you, it's only me. It's only me. I told you.
Constitution
It
saving.
was
only me.
3 natural
11.
19s against you?
Yes.
They gotta roll a 16.
Okay, well, that was them. Let me roll for the others.
She takes full damage then. Let me just.
Only me.
1, 2,
Yeah, it's a barrier.
13, 5,
See?
7.
See?
So all 4 of them fail.
Okay, so they all take full damage.
I'm sorry, Clarence.
It's just the way it is.
Roll. I'm also gonna add an extra D8 of necrotic damage. I'm gonna. It won't be thunder damage against her. It'll be necrotic damage against her because I can use my ability to add an extra damage die
Okay.
and turn it to necrotic. So. So that's 13 thunder damage to the other 3, and she takes
Nice.
20 necrotic damage.
Jesus. Fuck. Okay, well, first, these 2 jellies just turn into puddles.
Easy.
This one, still standing, main little lady, she's like, I don't like that.
Too bad, so sad. And I'll just end my turn there. I don't feel like.
Alright. Man. Okay. That ends Vaxxus' turn.
This guy's dead.
This guy's dead.
Alright, now it's the Jelly's turn. The Jellies haven't been able to do a whole lot lately. These Jellies, even though you're on the ceiling, since you can attack them, they can attack
That's
you.
fine.
Ouch, I can't get you that.
And they are going to flank, so they're going to attack at advantage. First Jelly, first strike. Yeah, they each attack twice. Natural 20, but you're wearing armor that says fuck crits.
Yes.
And as this one gets like a perfect shot into your armor glows and lessens this ferocious strike, turning it into a normal one.
The
But it
first time
still
that's
hits nonetheless.
I need to keep track of that too.
First attack, second attack. Yeah, that's not gonna hit with a 11.
Those rock hard abs coming into play.
Second one strikes.
That one does damage. It just doesn't do critical damage.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm attacking all of them, and then I'll do the damage a little later. Does a 22 hit?
Yes.
Okay. Second one hits once. Second one does not hit with another 11. So you got 2 hits going your way. 6 points of bludgeoning damage for the first strike. Turn to 3 because of your armor. It doesn't say that it does magic damage, but I'm inclined to believe it.
Yeah.
However, you also take 3 points of acid damage, which I do not believe.
No, but I will cast Absorb Elements for get resistance to acid till the end of my next turn.
Nice.
So is it 1 or 2?
It was 3 points,
Yeah, 3
reduced to
bludgeoning.
1.
Okay.
You still have to.
And then the second strike, 7 points of bludgeoning, 7, 6, 5, 4, turn to 4,
Basically,
and 2 points of acid damage, turn to 1.
Yeah, plus 7 to hit. It's 2d10.
You good?
Yep.
Alright,
I broke 100 damage. My heavy armor master's reduced.
Double check with that.
Alright, next Jelly.
The entire action.
102 damage so far. It saved me.
But if you take physical attacks, it's 2 attacks.
I kind of estimated it on the episode I missed.
This Jelly's gonna move over, away from it. Actually, what the fuck is that?
So you get 2 physical attacks.
Never mind, he's gonna stay right there and he's just gonna attack you twice.
First is the entire action.
Not at advantage.
Cast 2 of them.
22 again?
Yep.
Okay, so 1 hits. 10 points of bludgeoning, turn to 7. 2 points of acid damage, turn to 1.
The spell itself is the action. It's the full action.
So the spell is an attack action. The spell action.
Right, it's a spell.
Yeah, you can either attack twice with an action or cast a spell once.
Or maybe I can attack and then cast a spell.
Unless it's a bonus action spell, no.
You watch Orville?
Even though you can attack twice in an
The TV show
action,
Orville?
those are
Oh,
related to
it's
attack.
a spell action, not
Seth
attack
MacFarlane.
action.
Yeah, it's either one spell
Seth
or 2
MacFarlane, Star Trek,
attacks.
basically.
I was trying to figure out if Primal Savagery was
There's
a thing
there's
to
a new
enhance its
character on
attack
it.
actions.
Norm
It's
Macdonald
not, it's
played
an
it.
attack.
Okay.
It's a cantrip.
It's on Hulu.
Yeah, but
You
it's
get a chance,
still-
It's fantastic.
It's the full action.
It still counts as one.
It's
one
a comedy,
strike as opposed to
and it's very good at comedy, but
so
every
we-
now and then the
did
episodes
he
hit
finally
with like very
check
serious stuff,
that
like
with
the way the Star Trek did.
Booming
Yeah.
Blade if you get a second shot
I
off.
like stuff with less.
If you do,
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
It's got
Jeremy
some
Crawford
very
would say
like
yay or nay.
hits close to home, like stuff about like racism and modern society and stuff, and
Next jelly.
questions about artificial intelligence. But anyway, there's a news character on it. I was gonna make a joke about that, but it wouldn't matter if you haven't seen it.
If it's funny to you, it is funny. That's all that matters.
Nice. Yeah, he's got just enough movement to get into flanking with Kulkras, and he's going to attack you twice. Fuck. 15 to hit.
No.
Fuck.
Can I take
11 to hit. Shit. Yeah.
Could I add a little bit something on since I hit everything with the shatter? Could I have her make a wisdom saving throw or be frightened?
Absolutely.
It was actually before her turn rolled around, I guess. So
That's
I guess
fair. That's fine.
Time, I guess, maybe?
This, I would roll, but it appears that this creature seems to be immune to fright.
Fair. Okay.
But good call. Do objects also break as part of the shatter?
Yes. I think it's inorganic materials. I don't think the table would break because it's an organic material. Really. It's organic. I mean, it's made out of the living substance.
Because I know what Clarence wants to do later with these tables. I'll say that they're still there.
But
Get rid of them, man. There's more tables. What you mean?
That's fine.
The way your
what
lights
does
may go on,
Crawford
all the
say?
tables will be gone by then.
Every time I looked up Booming Blade, it goes to D&D Beyond, the forum instead of D&D
Yeah,
Beyond.
it says
fuck you,
inorganic,
Google.
stone, crystal, metal. So
What
I
question are you looking?
guess wood would be
Booming
organic.
Blade.
What about it?
What does it? You can only attack once with it, right? Or how does that?
Yeah, that your entire attack would be that one, so you can't use extra attack with it.
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
it's only one attack.
I don't know what. Every other thing I've looked up, it's like go to D&D Beyond for this, go to D&D Beyond for this. Booming Blade. Here's the forum for D&D Beyond. Why?
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Oh,
Okay, that ends those jellies. Top of the round, Kulkras, you're up.
Well, I don't know.
Slime.
How tall is
Slime
this?
everywhere.
How tall is the building again? You said?
The ceiling's about 10 feet.
You gonna dunk on her from the rafters?
Are you guys gonna judge me too harshly if I cause a lot of damage to this place?
You hear muffled from the other side. Shit's going down. Just do what you do what you can.
Alright, well, since you don't want to play nicely, Jelly Lady, I'm gonna be resulted to do something drastic, and I'll reach into my coat, and where everyone thought I did not have another one, I will pull out my last orb.
I have the favorite foe, so if I lost
And
my
I'm going to
concentration,
launch
I
it
would
to
have
where it
lost
hits all the jellies, including her.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
And I will throw my last necklace of fireball.
What is the
It's a,
radius of
it's a,
fireball?
it's a 20 radius for the... I'll see how many jellies I can get, including her.
I totally would have walked out of there.
But that's 20. I thought it would be 10.
You can get them all, but you are gonna get Orlin.
Dude, man.
He's fine. Is it literally just him, or do I have to roll too?
It's him.
Okay.
So yeah,
Orlin?
make so I
Remember
have
to
to
smack
make.
him awake, would you?
I believe I have to make dex saves, right?
Yep. It says DC 15.
Okay, big lady.
Yeah, go for Orlin.
Big lady got a 19.
Bitch.
Comes back. Magic number.
The jellies.
Speaking of those guys,
There's 3 of them.
they have Bad Grandpa on Netflix. Pretty funny if you've never seen them.
I think I've seen it once or twice.
Fail. 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 That one was a 0.
Critical fail.
Yeah. So they all failed except for the green lady.
That's 37 fire damage.
If I didn't have my form up, I totally would have walked out of this place.
I don't think it was
Alright,
that
well.
constitution check.
So.
Is it 20 an automatic success on the saving throw?
I think the way Matt ruled it would be...
Wait,
it would still have to meet the requirements.
I could still do it. I think I
Like-
need a 16 or higher.
Like, you could roll a natural 20, and then with your positives, if it doesn't reach the threshold, then technically it's still a fail in his book.
I gotta get a 14 or higher. Natural 1. I lost my concentration on favorite bow.
Jesus.
Oh.
It's fine. Hopefully
Do
most
you
of the
want one of mine?
jellies
I know they're not much better, but they haven't rolled a 1 on me yet.
It's these ones that have been the problem. These ones with the blue in them, we've been fine all night.
Okay, yeah. And what did you roll for your dex save?
My dex save was 13.
Okay,
And
so
then
you
my
would take-
concentration for my favorite foe was down.
So yeah,
Come on,
dex
baby.
save.
Yeah.
Was it a 13?
No, it's 15.
15. Then yeah, you take 37
Yeah.
points of fire
Oh.
damage.
That's an idiot.
Straight up.
It's a lot of damage.
But these two jellies die.
She
Well,
takes at least she takes at least 18 damage.
Yeah, 18 damage.
Like how we're killing the healers.
He said go for it!
Hey, should I blow up the bar? Orlin, do it! Do it!
I got his fire necklace, fucking hit me!
Do it, you fucking coward.
Don't let us pussy!
Dude, he wasn't under the vigor salts either. He just throw the orb!
It's so fucking hot in this armor, I love it!
Yeah, she is not having a good time, and neither is the rest of this room. As most of the furnishings and whatnot are wood. This table is absolutely fucked.
We're gonna burn this place down.
Fucked. Yeah, thankfully most of the structure is brick, but the
That's why-
rafters are wood. The ceiling is wood.
Oh no.
That's why I was hoping his
There-
stunning, one of his
there is
stunning
a-
strikes would hit, because she would automatically fail.
You hoped on me getting something done.
There is
That's
a
your first
blowback
mistake.
as well, and the windows absolutely do shatter.
I'm so pissed at Keith and Kevin right now.
Sorry, not sorry! Shoot her, please!
I wanted to break one measly window, and Kulkras is trying to bring the whole building down.
Alright.
Hey, we gotta make good first impressions, gotta break the house down.
That was fun. Yeah, Keith and Kevin, fuck it. They're gonna take out their
What the
heavy
fuck?
crossbows, and they're gonna fire a volley at the big lady.
They shooting through the window, I take it.
Yeah.
Now that they're broken.
Give her a couple of piercings.
Keith rolls in 7 and misses.
God
Kevin,
damn it,
Nice
Keith.
15.
also a 5, so he rolled a 7. They miss. It just hits like random bits.
Slimy
around.
stormtroopers.
They do look like a royal guard.
So at this point, I'd like everyone to take note that I did what Vaxxus wanted to do. I broke the fucking windows.
I want to break one window.
The
Orlin, how you doing over there?
I'm a little pissy.
Holy crap.
Damn it, Orlin, you're supposed to dodge!
Somebody's gonna have to go get you. Listen. Oh my.
the large barmaid like creature, slime creature goes. Oh, this has been fun.
Care for another round?
Are you? Make Kulkras. Make a wisdom saving throw.
You're too smart for this.
That's a natural 19 with +5.
Nice. You feel this force try to overtake your mind.
What is this short staff?
to try to compel you to turn your weapon against your friend, but you've been through this before, and you shake it off.
Not today, Satan!
She is going to attempt to puddle herself and go through the floor, cracks in the stone against the floor. Kulkras and Salic get attacks of opportunity. Should you choose?
Can I sentinel?
Huh?
Can I sentinel?
Technically, yes.
I mean, it's me.
Yeah.
If you hit her.
D4?
Huh?
Do I still throw the D4?
Yes.
Haha. So that would be a grand total of
19.
18.
19 and 18. Yeah, both of those hit, and because of that, I assume she can't move.
For morning wood?
No, Sentinel. I think it is, yeah. She's trying to go, no?
Because she's attack opportunity on when she tried to do that to him, attack opportunity, right?
Yeah, you can do that. Well, that wasn't an attack. That was her casting
No,
a
I think
spell.
I think the other thing of Sentinel is to as she's trying to leave.
Well, yeah, she's also trying to leave. So I either way, since the Sentinel bombs, she is unable to run away from this current situation.
8 plus 6 is...
Do you have Mage Slayer?
14. I do have Mage Slayer.
Does that do anything to her guessing?
She did cast a spell.
I didn't hit her the first time, though.
Oh, well, let me roll damage.
Would you like to?
Unless the fireball counts?
No. Mage, she tried to cast Charm Person on you.
Oh,
She's
wait
within
a
5
second.
feet of you.
I mean, I passed anyway, but hold on a second. She's within 5 feet of me, right?
Yeah.
Alright, shits and giggles. I'll see if I roll a natural 20.
So it's like, either way.
Yeah. No, but she casts a spell 5 feet from me, so I get advantage regardless.
Okay, fair enough.
She's still taking 9 points of regular stick damage and 1 point radiant damage.
9 points of stick damage and 1 point of radiant, so that's 10. And how much did
14.
14. Nice. Yeah, she is not too pleased that she couldn't get away, but she still has other shit up her sleeve. She's going to take 2 pseudopod attacks. 1 against Kulkras at advantage and 1 against Salic. Kulkras does a 18 hit.
God damn it.
Slime time.
It's my armor class.
Slime time.
It's prime time for crime.
15 points of bludgeoning damage turned to 7. And 6 points of psychic damage.
Total of 13.
Yes. And then Salic, 1 attack. 10.
Yeah, dodge! Yeah!
She can't do anything else, so she's just gonna hang out there.
She can take a chance.
Salic, you're up, followed by Orlin and Vaxxus.
I'm going to move into flanking position.
No problem.
Have the fire on my butt.
Oh,
Fuck you.
straw.
Been through so much already.
Hit it.
Straw that broke the Orlin's back.
Hit it with my shit. Natural 20.
Nice.
I won't even have you roll a d4 for that. You get that natural 20. Go ahead and roll damage. Now remember, all of the dice are doubled, and then you add your modifiers on top.
So it's a natural 20 plus the 8 minus the 4. That's 24. 24 is going to hit, right?
To hit.
Yeah. So all my dice rolls after this are double?
Just for that one hit.
Okay. So it's this and this.
Including the radiant damage. That would be
4 doubled to 8. No, is it 4 plus 5? So is it 9 plus then doubled, or is it 4 plus the 5?
So
4 doubled
just
plus 5.
give me all of the double
Dice.
numbers.
Just double the dice first and then add your modifier.
Yeah, so that's 8.
Yeah,
That's
so
13.
Give me the grand total.
Grand total?
Yeah.
13.
It's 13, and then the other one's 8.
Okay.
So 21.
21 points of damage with 1 strike.
Yeah.
Nice.
Smack.
Smack.
Go ahead and roll the damage for your next strike. This one is not double.
I have to roll damage. I don't have to roll a hit.
You did. It was a 24 to hit.
No, that was a natural 20.
Yeah.
The 24 was a natural 20.
Oh, my mistake. Then yeah, go ahead and roll your second attack. I didn't.
He was just totaling up what his
Okay, that's
what hair was.
I misheard.
15 to hit.
15. That's with the D4?
Yeah.
Hits.
Nice.
Big jelly monster, not a big AC.
You
Was
know
she
what?
concentrating on these spells or anything? Because she
Doesn't seem to be.
Okay, I was saying she has a disadvantage on those checks.
Or no.
No, from when I hit her, not anybody else.
Exact same thing again. So that is 9 plus 4, 13 more damage coming its way.
13 damage. Nice.
And an unarmed attack coming its way.
She is not looking hot.
Ah, why?
$18 a hit.
18 hits.
Ten points of fisting damage.
As is custom.
Exactly 10.
Exactly 10.
Hey, Salic, what's your finishing move?
Kulkras!
Explain what's going on.
He's gonna get that table behind him, and we're gonna put this bitch through a table.
I forgot I was supposed to say anything.
What?
Oh, why?
What?
Get the table!
Sorry, there.
Would you guys like to describe what's going on?
He's
I
already-
don't know the wrestling move. You guys do. For me and the audience.
What he's going to do is grab her by the legs, her slimy legs, and pick her up. Grab her and put her through by her head and put her through this table.
Just nonchalant. We're gonna put her through this table.
Put her through the table.
Yeah,
We're gonna
yeah.
plant a bitch tree.
Yeah. Kulkras, you wrap an arm around this nasty bitch's gelatinous legs. Which is weird because you do feel some form of solid purchase among the weirdness.
This is weird.
As you lift up, Salic, you grab the bit of her
From
head
the sky,
and
over her shoulders, a flying elephant to grab her head and bring her down.
and both of you slam down in the middle of this table as green splatter just goes everywhere.
It's Ghostbusters. Who got oozed?
All of us.
That feels so funky.
Just for the fuck of it, Orlin and Vaxxus make deck saves
Why?
for slime.
Regarding those choices and points now, aren't you? Take the sake.
I'm pretty sure the 7 succeeds.
It was a 10.
Minus 3 is 7.
Orlin is able to block most of the slime with his shield. Any other gooey remnants that dares to stain his armor is immediately cleaned off.
I just go, no!
Vaxxus
Oh,
unfortunately gets slimed on.
Now you have to use your fear voice. You have your mask on. You use your fear voice.
No!
Get the mask! Get the mask!
Yeah, that bitch is dead. Salic still has movement.
It's that movement. I'm going to the front door.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Out of here.
Cannonball flip over him.
The window's open now, so you can do that.
That elephant can move.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
Orlin, you're up.
It's our
Followed
sheet
by
entrance in
Vaxxus.
Street Fighter.
Sarah's going to move in a flanking position on the one next to me, and then she's going to dodge.
There's more in there?
There's too many slimes still.
Oh, well. I'm out.
Then Orlin's
I
gonna,
did what I wanted to do. I'm out.
Orlin's going to
That
take
was
2
cool,
swings.
Salic.
Moon walks out again.
That's good. 15.
15 hits.
Marked as a favorite foe. 17 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, I could have absorbed element when she smacked me.
Yeah.
With the acid, yeah.
Well, she attacks with psychic.
Oh, psychic.
Psychic doesn't work with that, unfortunately.
The slimes, though. But I was
Yeah,
gonna
they
attack-
acid
the
would
I was
mini
gonna attack
ones.
with the slimes.
Yeah.
Is it still up?
When you take acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder damage.
Yeah.
She was using psychic.
She used
She uses
the brain drain.
Yeah, the other ones use acid. 17. Okay, got it.
Still up.
Still up.
Second attack. 21 to hit.
21 hits.
18.
18 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your finishing move?
It just, what is the comedian Gallagher? Is he the one with the talons?
Yeah.
Just fucking brings the hammer down and splatters all over the place.
This jelly slime thing gets up on the table, time to wrap its pseudopods around you, and you take your weapon and you Gallagher splash while standing upside down. It's really weird. So it's more of like you going like this, but it gets the point of the cross. Like while I'm winding up, I hit it. Okay. And it's a fabulous.
With smoking eyebrows, I'm like.
Vaxxus gets splashed again.
No!
This one's not as big, but yeah, the little bits of slime do try to fuck up your armor, but it's
still the one over there?
now. Yeah, there's one over here now.
I'm gonna move farther towards the corner towards you.
I think it's still alive. When my turn comes back around, I'm going to get that shit to close.
Towards you. Further away from it.
You step in the wind and cover at it.
Right now, a sturdy fart could probably take me down.
A sturdy fart?
I'll have you back here, but behind the cafe counter. Vaxxus, you're up. Covered in slime.
Why? I just look at Kulkras and just shake my head. I point my hand and I do Eldritch Blast at the last one there next to
I was
me.
gonna be like,
Go
I mean,
for
what the fuck?
Yeah, you. one beam for the slime, one beam for Kulkras.
Good luck hitting me.
4,000 people are watching Grand Blue? Ain't no way. As you should.
Oh, you will. Is that, does we
Try that.
try to go? Usually we try to go to
26 and 15.
26 and 15 to hit.
Yeah, two different.
Both hit.
Okay. First one, I'll double the dice for the necrotic damage instead of the force. This cock. No. 5 necrotic damage. Yikes. Ooh. Yeah, that's what I said. And 4 points of force damage.
4 points of force, and what was the other?
5 points of necrotic damage.
Okay, and what was the second hit?
No, that was total. It was pretty
You rolled twos?
I rolled
for
I
damage.
rolled a 4 and a 1, and then I rolled a straight up 4 on d10s.
Oh, you suck!
So 10 points of damage total. Well, unfortunately, it's still up, but it's not looking good.
I'm gonna drop Form of Dread, and well, actually, no, I'm gonna keep it up, and I'm gonna start walking toward the fires, I guess, in the place, and see where they're at. Somebody's probably gonna have to put them out.
It's fine. It's a stone building.
No problem. Around here is where the fire's really starting to pick up.
Right where you're standing.
Aren't you immune to fear in your form of dread?
That's the only reason I'm still in here.
Yeah. Even you all know that Vaxxus is afraid of fire, but it seems that in this dreaded form, fire, his pyromania does not seem to find purchase on him.
He's gonna exit the building like Peter Griffin. How'd you stand there with it's on fire? That freaking place was on fire!
I peek over the table. You look really cool. You look like Sephiroth.
What's a Sephiroth?
It's part of that play.
Angel.
They're all dead.
I guess when the opportunity would arise, I'm just going to start casting Ray of Frost to put out the fires.
Not a problem. But in the meantime, this lone little slime is going to take 2 pseudopod strikes against you, Kulkras, since you're the only one around. Dirty 19?
Yep.
19 again.
Bitch. Stop rolling with advantage, you only get 1.
No. 11 points of bludgeoning turned to 5.
Jeez.
2 points of acid damage, so 7 total.
And the second hit?
Oh yeah, that's right. 7 points of bludgeoning turned to 3. 2 points of acid. So 5 points from there.
Okay. So sad. The one that was cocked was in between 10 and 8.
He's just gonna hang there, and that's gonna go right back up to your turn again. Kulkras.
There's only one enemy left. I'm attack recklessly.
Go for it.
That's a natural 18.
That hits.
So first damage is max damage for 18.
Nice.
I don't know if it's still up or not, but second attack
Yeah, it's just barely still up.
is 19 in total to hit.
Hits.
8 more damage.
8 more damage. Kulkras, what is your finishing move?
I'm going to cut it down the middle, and then as it's sitting there figuring out if it's going to come back or not, I'm going to use the blunt of my axe and swat it towards the wall.
Slice. It tries to divide in this instance, but you take your weapon and you instead just like tennis racket this thing into a wall, and it just sticks to the wall like jelly.
See, it's fine.
You scoop up some of the big girl in the bottle.
What kind of weird shit are you into?
Look, you got like 10 porn magazines in your bag.
You don't know that. Only he knows that.
Can you switch away from the
Alright, but drinks are on you.
Yep.
So, seems that combat has ended for now.
I'll wait to drop Form of Dread until the fires are out.
Alright. Yeah, Vaxxus is you casting Ray of Frost against the fire to really good effect. What's everyone else doing?
I'd like to search around this place for anything interesting because we were looking for mag sickness and found slimes.
Alright, make a investigation check or a perception check, your choice.
If it's my choice, then it's going to be perception because that's +7.
Alright, what's everyone else doing?
I'm going to cure light wounds myself first, and then I'm going to try and grab some water buckets or anything if there's around me, try and put it on the fire.
Sure.
Right, first the cure light wounds, the second level.
I'm gonna get I'm gonna take one of my empty mugs that I usually put beer in, and I'm gonna get a thing of the lady goop.
Very easy enough for you to get as you are covered in slime. The slime does it feels like it's tingling and burning your skin a little bit, but not enough to actually burn you.
16 total.
16 total. You don't find much in the way of items on the corpses of these slime folk. You do find behind the counter there seems to be a door and a stairway that probably leads to some form of cellar.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I've got a cellar back here. Do I open it?
Cellar, you barely know.
And so the guys, are you going to come into the cellar with us?
I mean, yeah.
You definitely part of the crew
Is
now.
that right? Is that right, Keith? Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go.
You wouldn't happen to
The
have a
dad
potion
joke
on you.
coming.
No.
Healing magic?
No.
Oh, what the?
I mean, yeah, we got some personal water. Yeah. Why do you need some?
Sure. I am quite parched.
Alright. Keith, you know what to do? Fine.
Does Orlin still
They
have...
do rock, paper, scissors to see who gets up your
Does
their
Orlin
water
have
skin.
Does Orlin have eyebrows anymore?
I would say he was wearing his helmet, so yeah.
But yeah,
He takes his helmet off. He takes his helmet off, and a lot of
He's got
there's
it.
that weird burn.
Is he having problems with the fire?
I said I was fighting it until it went out before I dropped my form, so I would assume I put out majority of it before I dropped it.
I will say with the directness of your spellcraft, you are able to put out the flames fairly quickly. Mostly in a way of like, I know this is gonna drop soon, and I'm gonna start to freak out. I don't want to freak out. Okay, it's fine.
Did you heal up?
I'm at 19.
Alright, I'm opening the cellar.
That's pretty smart. I'm sure they keep the good stuff down there.
Eventually, Keith or Kevin give you a swig of their water skin filled with water.
It's fine. It's almost bedtime anyway.
You open up to this cellar, and it's what you would
Swear to
normally.
God, if there's more slimes down here, burning it all to the ground.
It's what you would normally expect. There are there's a couple shelves filled with various jars of marmalade, tea leaves, shit like that, like stuff that you would find to stock a simple cafe.
It's lit down here, though?
It is not lit.
Dark vision.
It's not lit down here, but he has dark vision. So.
Unbeknownst to everyone else, I do have another fireball. I throw it directly at Vaxxus.
Vaxxus, make a dex save make a dex save as he's throwing an imaginary
Fireball at you.
fireball at you. He said he had more, but
You want to trip down the stairs? So,
No, it's all-
it's
as you're making that bad pun, it's like, all right, I was lying. I had one more. Oh no!
Not fire again, damn it!
I just start looking at him and then just start like...
Hiss at it.
Crush his head.
What you also find in this cellar, even with your dark vision, is that there is a large crack in the wall that leads to what you can only describe as a passageway, and it reeks of sulfur and garbage.
Oh god, it smells like Vaxxus down here.
Even the guards.
You know what? Orlin's leader again, not you. I'll summon my warhammer and I'll start to go to town at the wall to open it up some more.
Not a problem. Make a strength check.
Oh, before the guards get down there. And they could be blind anyway because they're human, I believe.
They are human.
What was down here you said? Marmalade and what?
Marmalade, molasses, tea leaves, extra silverware.
I take 2 of the marmalade.
Not a problem.
Into the bag of holding it goes.
You find a jar of
Take it all.
grape and a
It's
jar of
infinite bag of holding, take it
strawberry
all.
marmalade.
I'm not taking it all.
Why not?
I just want some jelly.
Why not take it all?
Ow.
Preservatives is forever.
How large is that bag of holding? Good grief.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Everything bagel.
It's like
So we got one strawberry and 1 grape, you said? Or
yeah.
Take it all, coward.
Roll
Ow.
16.
I'll take the rest and put it in
16.
the bag. I'll take the rest of it and put it in the bag.
Okay.
All of it's going in the bag. All the tea leaves, everything's in there.
message me what it is then.
6 bags, 6 jars of marmalade,
He's going like this.
6
Over
jars
his head.
of assorted tea.
Take it all.
It's a small cafe. Fuck
Oh.
you guys.
That's why I only wanted 1. I wanted 1 for my toast.
If you wanted 1, why didn't you take 2?
Because of these idiots.
That's
1 is for me. The rest of it.
Now we all have our own.
gives into peer pressure. Cannon.
Marmalade and 16 leaf.
As I'm going to town at the wall, I kind of just turn around and say, and Shiima thought I was the delinquent in the group.
You can't say that.
Yeah,
Get that girl fireball on you.
Yeah, the rest of portions of the wall comes out very nicely. At some point, it comes down to where there is an easy passageway for full-grown individuals to pass through.
Is it lit or is it just?
You peek in and you don't see any light sources here, but you do see at the edges and the periphery there are little light sources. Almost seems to be built into the wall, as if the bricks,
Where the sewers are,
as if some bricks are glowing.
Smell you later, losers, and I start making my way through the
All right, you look into the tunnel and you just start walking in a direction. Keith and Kevin eventually join you guys into the cellar. Yeah, pretty sure that leads into the sewers.
I wonder if that lady slime was controlling all of your slimes.
I just yell back, "Where's the source, Salic?" Ugh.
Oh yeah, sorry. Backtracking a little bit because I'm dumb.
Yeah, I was looking for the source of mag, but
that's fine. Within the even though these slimy creatures do not have full forms to them, you wouldn't expect them to carry coin or anything. What you do find upon each of them is a little rock, a little stone, about the size of a skip rock, and it gives off this weird blue and green glow, and it's very, very warm to the touch. Make an Arcana check, since you're the one who was searching.
my favorite, partially because I'm proficient in it.
The barmaid had one too, or just the bitches?
Barmaid also had one.
Dude, my Arcana checks are off the fucking chain right now. 21.
21. Yeah.
I'm so smart.
Yeah, this it isn't a rock. This is a chunk. It's a chunk of metal and little bits of green and blue flecks that are on it, and it's not purely cylindrical. It doesn't look like this was forged or made. This just looks like a chunk of something, and this does very much
kind of looks like the mag.
This very much does appear to be like mag that was in something that melted, and
You should taste it just to be.
but it is currently giving off energy. It is currently in a state of unbalance with itself, and it seems to be corrupting whatever is around it. Now, if there was a lot of this, it would be very worrisome. It would be very worrisome to hold this in your hand or keep it in your pocket. But it's because it's such a small amount, it's fairly easy to carry around. But if this gets ingested or absorbed into a creature, like an animal or an errant slime, it could cause that slime's whatever it's normally programmed to, like, hey, clean this sewer. I will clean this sewer. Just having a piece of unstable mag inside of it is enough to have it go psychotic and crazy.
Exterminate.
Yeah. When your dungeon Roomba decides it wants to kill, that's exactly what happens. And you imagine that's what happened with these slimes. One just happened to be a little more larger and probably
Was it in the puddle of the big one too?
Yeah.
Or is that the only one? All of them had it?
All of them had it. So
I'd like to gather
chunks
all of them into a little sack and then put that in the bag of holding away from us in a pocket dimension.
Alright, yeah. Five little chunks of
Found some mag, but I haven't found the source.
5 mag rocks.
Yep.
Snort it later.
Don't tell anyone.
So this guy is getting lit off.
Vaxxus is making his way into the tunnel. Does Salic, Orlin, and Kulkras follow suit?
Well, given the fact that I just found these in him, I'm gonna try to catch up before we get to the next slime.
Okay. As you guys approach the threshold of the entrance, Orlin, once again, you notice that Saoirse just keeps scratching the side of her head with her little dinosaur clawed hands, and Salik's trunk once again is scrunched up in an unnatural fashion.
Who notices?
Orlin notices this.
Sleek tensing up again.
Huh?
Once you pay attention to it again, it slackens.
This is odd. What causes this?
Are we close to him?
Are we getting closer to the source?
What's the ceiling like on the sewer here?
Ceiling is about 15 feet tall, all stone.
Is there a slime above us?
Make perception check.
If this source of mag is uncovered, is getting this close to it dangerous?
There is no slime above.
Close. No drink for me.
I'm gonna take a look over my shoulder to see if any of them are following me. I don't know how far I've gotten at this point.
Well, this is time is still relative, and also the crash into the wall. It's not like step out and now you're here. It's like step down a little bit.
I guess between him collecting the rocks and me smashing the wall, they wouldn't have been too far behind anyway.
That's right.
I was gonna say pretty close.
Yeah. You guys smash through the wall, and you continue your trek into the sewer. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session. Because
I just wanted to catch everyone on fire.
We did a decent
I got
amount of hours. We got combat.
Are we going to start before midnight for once?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I'm trying to be consistent for a little bit. Let's see how well that works out in the future. Probably not.
I just wanted to catch everyone on fire, so I got one down, you two are next.
myself a little bit.
Prefer.
I was the only one. I got 3 natural ones.
No, you're very drunk.
Alright, so, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between and out, thank you all so very much for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe on all of our stuff. We have a Twitch, we got a YouTube, we have a Twitter. I don't do a whole lot of stuff with the Twitter. I apologize, but we are also working on a Patreon. Hopefully, by the time this episode comes out, the Patreon will be up, and you'll be able to see your names listed. We'll shout out your names, and a whole bunch of other stuff. I'm looking forward to it. You should too.
It tastes like salty, sweaty strawberry water.
Thank you all very much for watching, and don't forget to stay incredible.
That's not where it's at.
Sonnenschein. Ja, da muss man glücklich sein, weil da brauch ich nichts auf dieser Welt. Früh am Morgen schon zum Strand, braun gebrannt im weißen Sand. Ja, das ist die Zeit, die mir gefällt. Abends kommt dann noch so ein Bummel die Strandpromenade entlang und das hat seine Gründe. Sommersee und Sonnenschein und dann noch verliebt zu zweien. Ja, da muss der Mensch doch glücklich